Hello, folks. Good evening. Welcome. Sorry, I was a little late. It started, but we're catching up. Hey, Breachies. Hey, Simply Savannah. Hey, Planet Zoo player. It's Jake. My name was taken on Twitch. Hi, Jake. How's it going?
Hey, Jake.
I'm joined tonight by John. I was going to go through everyone's name. John, Drew, and Devon. I'm not going to go through everyone's character or everything. It's on the screen. Say hi. Say hi, boys.
Down here.
Hello, boys.
Oh, hello, boys.
Hello, boys.
Nice.
I enjoyed Heroes.
Welcome. No, we need to come up with our own thing. We do need a like this is the start of the show noise rather than me just going.
Huzzah! Right, we did huzzah during our.
Hey.
Can we get like an air horn soundboard or?
I'm totally down.
God, I'm annoyed by us already.
We've been live.
God.
D&D air horn. That's totally going to be a thing. I love it.
Oh, look, we've lost four viewers already.
Nice.
Yeah, no, this is not what I signed up for.
Hey, Sisu mod extraordinaire. Please don't be giving Sisu any trouble tonight, folks. He's going to be heading up the chat. Devin, did you get a new light? You look exceptionally light. You look exceptionally lit up today.
I did get a little LED thing, and I decided to shut my blinds so the sunlight doesn't stream in through because it's only 5 o'clock where I am.
That's a good idea.
Talking of which, I remembered to turn mine on tonight, and I've got.
That's as good as you're gonna get.
And I have got a cat with me tonight, although you can't quite see him. There he is. Look.
Aw.
Ciao. There's the 3 original starters you'll remember from Red and Blue.
Pikachu,
Pikachu, Squirtle, and Chocolate Point.
Just a cat.
Chocolate Point Siamese.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, if you're new here tonight, welcome. This is Ashtan, which is a homebrew world in 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, where I play as Dungeon Master, and these 3 idiots around me play as heroes in the world. We will quickly recap where we're up to. This is 3rd session, episode 2. We're calling the first session a prologue because we had a break and it's just a thing, so don't worry about it. I'll quickly run over where we were last week and then we'll dive straight in. I'm afraid we can't look at the chat too much while we play because it really does sort of break the flow of the game. It will be having an eye kept on it. We will have a break halfway through, and we usually stick around for about 10 minutes afterwards as well. So please feel free to talk amongst yourselves, point out any things that you really enjoyed or didn't enjoy. We would love to see it. We appreciate the feedback. And of course, if you're not able to stay with us for the whole evening, this video will be going up onto YouTube tomorrow, so you'll be able to catch the whole thing over on there. But other than that, I think we'll just jump in. Shall we just jump in? Should we have a bit of a recap as to where we were last week? How do you zoom in on Word? Because that is all really little. There we go. 1 page. Perfect. Okay. All right. Brilliant. Okay. Awoken calmly by the warming morning light piercing through the fresh mist of the gentle sea, our heroes gathered themselves after a somewhat unplanned festivity of the night before. They learned from an elf called Aubrey that it was a celebration of druids with an affinity for the flora and fauna of the seas. So it came as a surprise when none of them knew of, or could even barely believe, the existence of whatever tentacle creature destroyed your ship, the SS Essex. After a hearty breakfast of Wennick's fungal stew with some extra for the road, they set off along the coast, somewhat begrudgingly, to return to Fort Charge. After travelling for a few hours, they came across the silhouette of a figure washed up on the shore. Cautiously, they approached to find the body of a young boy. Freckles across his button-nosed face, brilliant strawberry blonde hair spewing out from under his sentient fleet beret. A quick search of his body found his identity tag, Oliver Pom, and a letter addressed simply to Mom. The group didn't read it, but they vowed to deliver it as intended when they could. Taking the time to give Oliver the most appropriate send-off possible under the circumstances meant that the rest of the journey began under the glow of the early afternoon sun. The peaceful swirl of the Circle Sea hitting the beach's edge was broken by a loud ruckus up ahead. The group approached to find 3 men shouting up to a gnome on a wagon. Both parties claimed the other was nefarious. Had the gnome swindled their town, or were they bandits after his loot? The party attempted to handle it diplomatically until they took fire. As the dust settled and the gnome made his escape on his horse-drawn cart, they realised that they had been duped, and the gnome and the men were in cahoots. The surviving of the 3 men, a Ted Deloy, told of the gnome's camp, a short trek into the Mulish Plains. Perhaps that might house some answers.
It's been centuries since the gods first walked the lands of Ashtan. Their dissension changed the world, but now they've started to outstay their welcome.
Act 1, Episode 2. Stupid.
Oh no.
Stupid soldiers.
I detest that.
Good.
He's not talking about us.
Stupid soldiers.
Those must be some other people.
Yeah. Some other stupid-looking soldiers.
Oh, that trying to be diplomatic is stupidity.
If we've learned nothing else, we have learned.
We can skip the diplomatic part and just go straight to fireball.
We can go right to the stabbing.
Yep.
It was difficult to know which words that came out of Ted Deloy's mouth were truthful and which weren't. But someone galloping around the area with a powerful magic device such as that the gnome was wielding was a concern. So with the only lead, being the whereabouts of his camp, you all set out solwards, away from the fort, in search of it. As you make your way through the dry grasses and rushes of the plains, wind-swept sand scratching at your faces, there are large rodent-like creatures darting across your path, in and out of burrows beneath the weak roots of the growth here. After around 40 minutes, in the distance, you can see a structure. Can you all roll perception for me?
Sure
Right,
can.
we're getting this night started with a big fat 6.
Ooh!
I got a 10.
Start as you mean to go on.
Well, I got a 10 too.
Wow.
Hells yeah.
We're just on it.
You all see a structure then.
Yeah.
It's the sun and sand on my face scratching me. It's
Yeah,
distracting.
I'd be fair. Like, you guys stopped for a bit of a party. Like, you're all in a bit of a fucking
bit
rough
hungover.
shape, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, you've just come out of the water. Your clothes are sodden with salt and sand. Like, it ain't a fun time you're having right now.
You probably smell like fish.
Yo, you
Like,
smell
it's-
like shit.
Shitty fish.
Yeah. Wow.
Fishy shit or
Fish
shitty
shit.
fish?
Yeah, whichever way you want to put it.
Well, hold on. That's a really good would you rather.
Yeah, would you rather have a shitty fish or a fishy shit smell?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, no.
All right.
I'm going to plead the
Anyway.
5th.
I will say
so-
you're around about 120 feet from this place yet.
Okay.
It's a tent. It's a rather lavish one. Thick beige canvas strung over a wooden pole set deep into the ground. There's Hessian rope sort of stretching it into the sand. It's not a permanent structure, but the sand sort of duning up against its circle wood side suggests that it's been here for a while. There's a few barrels outside and little else.
Is Theodore, the guy we've been dragging, is he awake?
We will say that he's just starting to rouse. If you wish to kind of slap him about a bit and get him up, you can.
Yeah.
I want to.
Yeah. Go ahead.
If you're I think you're carrying him, so if you want to do something first, go for it.
Yeah, I'll just keep my hand. We have him tied to a rope, right? We're just kind of dragging him.
You drag it. He's currently hogtied by the ankles.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
He has the driest. He has the driest fucking mouth right now.
I'll actually bend down and I'll give him a quick drink.
Oh, nice. Okay.
From my water skin and be like,
"You playing good cop?"
I'm gonna play good cop and be like, "Look, I don't know if I should trust you, but what are we gonna find in there?"
I've only been here once. He carries most of the stuff on the wagon. This is where he lives.
How the hell does he live way out here?
Less people to bother him, I suppose.
And you got any questions for him you want to ask before we investigate this tent?
I'm gonna sit next to him. Pull out maybe, I don't know, jerky or something, some sort of fuel ration.
Yeah, you got some jerky rations, sure.
Pretty fish.
I'll just kind of hand it to him. So, Del, was it right? If I'm gonna call you Del. I'm gonna call you Del.
Sure.
Yeah. Real shame about your friends there. I was just about to start trusting you too. See, I was going to figured, struck by generosity, I was going to give you my wage, 10 gold to go back to Bilston so you can I don't know, make something out of your life. You know, you're a pretty good actor as far as I can tell. You could join up with the circus troupe, something. Doesn't matter now.
Well, it's better than what's coming to me, I suppose.
Tell me, Del, you know what they do to people at Fort Charge? What assault members of the Centris fleet?
I know exactly what they're going to do to me, and I'd rather you kill me now.
All right. Well,
I don't want to turn out like you.
That's real cute. I suppose we could oblige you, or
Can I show
we do
everyone?
something else here.
Can I show everyone? Sorry to totally break it, but Nicola's making a rainbow out of fondant for a cake. Look at that!
That's nice.
That's adorable.
Good.
That turned out great.
Very good.
Xander's super into a show called True, which is all about rainbows. And that's for his birthday cake for next week.
Nice.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Well, I know
okay,
when he says,
okay, sorry, we're just doing some refrigerator logistics so that we don't mess that up.
"Gotcha."
Cool. Sorry.
Logistics.
Go ahead.
That's the next D&D session. Is
Refrigerator
Logistics. I want double-sided letter paper, double-spaced with refrigerator.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Says,
Go ahead.
no worries. When he says, "I don't want to end up like you," do I know that like does the Centris fleet impress or like dragoon prisoners or?
100%. If they're young, fit, and able, it's going to be a lot more cost-effective to put a suit on them and put a sword in their hand.
Mm-hmm.
Dragoon is a great word, by the way. I was looking for that word before and could not find it.
That's a great one. You don't know the word dragoon? You're British?
I know. We did it enough.
Anyway. Well, you make a pretty fine wage in the Centris fleet, but if you'd rather we just kind of throw you to the dogs, I suppose we can work that out, but we can be leaning on you. We can make sure that you know, let the guard captain know that you're just some kid, right? Taken out in the cart, bound and lashed as bait to lure us in, and you ain't nothing to do with this. You can go back to Bilston, do whatever you want.
And what do you want?
That'll hit. I think you know what I want. I think I want your cooperation here. I think I want you to tell us everything you know about this place and this man and where he is and where he's from. Because, quite frankly, I'd like to whip his ass.
Fine. His name's Fitzwhistle. He picked us up in Bilston, took us out to the plains and spent a day or two showing us the ropes. We weren't ready, I don't think, but you guys came along and he thought it was a good option. I think the stick he's got is new. I don't think he knows how to use it properly. But he does that a lot.
A little fancy. What do you call it? Bjorn, you know what he's got? Like a wand or something?
Yeah, it kind of looked like a wand, but got me.
I thought they were something, like the traveling showsman, whatever, would wave around then.
Yeah, sort of fancy stuff
Some
they
guy
get
would show
over.
up.
Fancy stuff they get over in Keladir. You don't see
I
much
know.
here.
Well,
I've not been inside
Guess we-
there, but that's where he lives. It's trapped, but I don't know how to stop it.
you happen to know what kind of traps?
There's a perimeter fence that'll burn you,
Hmm.
but it won't go off when you hit the perimeter.
It won't go off when you hit the perimeter, so it's like some sort of time delay
Like a
thing,
delay?
like
Uh,
a fuse.
I don't know. I just saw him setting it before we left.
All right, well, that's a good start. I think you know the rest of the deal. You don't show any funny business whatsoever, and we'll see what we can do about our little arrangement now.
Can you just drag me out the sun at least?
I kind of look around. I assume there's not much shade.
No, but there's a few sort of rocks that are sort of sitting 4 or 5 feet up high. The sun's coming down now, so everything's casting a pretty decent shadow.
I think you're coming with us, but hey, Dalen, you mind kind of holding your shield like above his head? It's for time being.
Yeah, I can do that. I can hold my shield because I don't trust it putting him on by a rock. I don't
I
trust
think it's
that
kind of
at all.
funny.
Yeah, so I'm not very tall. You'll have to, I guess,
I'll say you could try really hard, but
I guess you can crawl.
you can crawl or I can drag you while we do this kind of thing.
Can I not just sit here?
That's fine too. Well, you
No,
want,
I think he's coming with us.
okay, you're coming with us.
All right, cool.
See, the bargain here is we don't kill you, or we don't bring you. The bargain here is we let you go at the end, not that we don't drag you along everywhere with us because we don't trust you as far as we could throw you.
The bargain is we kind of try to convince the guards at Fort Charge that he wasn't really involved.
Right. Rather than bring you back. Yeah,
I'm-
we're still bringing it back. Okay.
All right.
So
We'll
it's
figure it out.
perimeter.
We'll figure
He,
details can come later.
He
Yeah,
he crawls with his hands and elbows and drags his still tied feet.
We want to untie his feet.
He kind of
and
does one of those
keep them
command.
attached
Remember those
to
like
us?
GI Joe toys you got that you wound up?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah.
does it. He gives you one of
Um,
them.
we could try to. I don't know what you call them. Hobbling's not the right word, but like where you tie their feet together, but there's like a cut like 3 feet
Yeah.
or 2 feet
Oh,
of like
yeah,
they
yeah,
can
yeah.
walk, but if they
Like
try to
a-
run, they'll trip.
Like a
yeah,
long,
let's
like a
do that.
long
Oh, yeah.
handcuffs, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There you
And
go.
you can
Yeah, let's
you
do
tie
that.
the hand rope to the feet rope, so you
don't-
just
yeah,
kind of.
we don't need
So
to, we don't
yeah.
need to further our
All right, cool.
impressions on him. You know,
So he, you,
further justify his.
I mean, so like the chain gang. Is that what you're saying? Like,
Yeah, I think so.
yeah.
okay.
Basically, yeah.
He's attached to me,
Fucking sick
and he can
fucks.
walk, but he can't run. He can
All right.
walk.
Yeah,
he
we're
can't
gonna
run.
try.
Yeah, he
It's better than
shuffles.
dragging him or crawling.
Yeah.
He can crawl.
He shuffles behind you. Then, sure.
There you go. Yeah.
Are you approaching the tent?
Um,
Tell you what. Tell me how far away you want to get.
If there's like a
Well, I'd like to do some sort of investigation if it's if he was
Right.
quote,
Okay.
setting it up at the perimeter.
yeah. So as you shuffle a bit closer, you can all give me an investigation check.
okay. Ooh.
Well, Daddy won.
damn. Wow. Well, I rolled a 14.
And I got a 23.
Fucking hell. Okay. Cool.
All right.
So with the 14, Damage, you notice that there are poles in the sand. There's a bit of driftwood around, but these are neat. They're sort of carved and sanded pole. They're not ornate at all, but they're sort of like regimentally
Worked.
cuts. Yeah, worked. That's a great word for it. Yeah, poles in the sand. They're around 6 feet long, I guess, and they're laid flat. You can see 2 of these. At one end of them, there's a small clay pot, seemingly attached to the poles. Buren, you notice that the other ends of them, there seems to be like a metal mechanism, almost looks like a hinge. You also notice that these poles are every sort of 10 feet away from each other, and and as far as you can see, they're making a sort of perimeter around the tent.
Okay. Information relayed.
So they got a hinge.
There's a
pointing-
hinge.
Like
There's a
bullpen?
hinge. There's a hinge on the base of it. You can't really tell what it's doing, but there's a metallic hinge on them towards the tent. They point away from the tent, and at the other end there is a small, like a clay pot attached to them.
I would like maybe. Okay.
Oh,
catapult.
Yeah, I'm thinking it would like fling it forward, maybe.
Baron,
With-
you got some fancy stuff
Yeah.
going on. I don't know. You make one of those little whirligig tops and kind of make it go towards the tent, or
Only if we take a long rest.
oh.
well,
Talking of which, we haven't rolled your hit points, have we?
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
I just completely forgot. Welcome, Silver Fox, Venomous, and Breaches to the chat. We leveled up at the end of last session. They are all now level 2, but I said that we would do our hit points on the stream to make it fun. So basically, in D&D, you get to roll a die each time you level up, and whatever that die number is, that's more health that gets added on to your to your pot. So let's go for Dalen first of all. What do you get to roll?
I get to roll a d10.
A D10. Nice. Hit me.
Want me to do that now?
Do it now.
Do it now.
10!
10?
Woo!
Yeah.
Damn.
Can you guys see that? Did you roll that on D&D
Oh, I
Beyond?
rolled it on my.
With your weighted dice, right? Okay, cool.
Of course you rolled a
my
10.
big honking metal dice.
That's cool.
That's pretty.
Go for it. All right, cool. You take the 10. Nice. Let's move down the list. Buren, you're next up on the screen as I look at it.
I'm going to be doing it. Yes, on D&D Beyond.
Good.
So that's going to be plus a 4. So we got 12.
So what did you roll?
4.
No, what dice?
Oh, a
did you roll?
D8.
Okay,
D8.
4's cool. Yeah, it's not great, but go for it. And Diarmid?
I also have a D10, which I will roll now. Oh, it was almost a 10. At a 4.
Oh, so that's a 5 then. Take 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm not going to be that guy.
Yeah, the fighter can't roll a 1 on their hit
Right.
dice. That ain't so good.
Yeah.
Cool.
There you go. So you can add that to your health. Hold on on
And
leveling up.
then, did you say we did a rest as well, or
No.
You've not rested yet. I'm just letting you
You
level
just
up.
have more HP.
You have more HP, but if you've lost any, so what you actually need to do is if you've got full HP, does the game?
It'll automatically give you the new 8. Like, I'm only 3 from max, so I should really be 10 less than this.
So
Or
all
no,
the-
I should be.
Oh yeah,
I should be
'cause it heals
13
you.
less than this. I should
Yeah.
be 13 less. Than
Yeah.
this.
So if you can all take off what you've just rolled,
Yeah.
basically
Yeah.
take that off as well, because you've not rested yet.
Right.
Awesome.
Cool. There you go.
So to answer your question, no, I can't. I'm
Well, can
tired.
you know your way with all the business.
I was
Could
gonna
you
say,
at
I
least,
can
disarm them or something?
Can I investigate it further to see what that pin is?
You
Like
can-
maybe get closer.
If you want to go up to one of them and give me a specific roll for one of them, then yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll attempt that to kind of go sneakily or timidly or whatever you want to say towards the
Sure.
pin.
Give me a stealth check then.
Okay. This isn't gonna be good. How about a 2? How'd I do?
You clomp over to the fucking thing. But no, you try and go timidly, but the ground here is so uneven with all the sand, and you just kind of trip towards it, but nothing happens. You're able to now get quite close up to one of these
Okay.
balls of wood.
And yeah, I guess I just like to try and see if I can see how the mechanics work with it, see if I'm familiar with it.
Give me an investigation check.
Okay, love that. How about a natty 20 makes a 26?
Wow.
26, Jesus.
So, okay, what you're looking at is a 6 foot long pole. At one end is a clay pot that, what you can see, has a very small hole in the base of it. What would be the base if it was stood upright? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So there's a pot on its side attached to this pole with a hole sort of at the top here. But if the pot was stood upright, it's pointing
like
down.
the drain holes,
like a drain hole of the flower pot. Yeah, but currently it's on the side. You can sort of look in and sort of peer. There is liquid in there. A bit of a sort of viscousy liquid that smells quite bad. Smells quite sort of like potent, not bad as in foul, just sort of strong scent. Okay. And the other end is that it's a metal hinge. That the other half of the hinge is like this, and the other half seems to be into more wood that goes down into the ground. At the top of the wood, there are two strings coming from either side of it that seem to run off either side, but they sort of go down into the sand.
Okay. So can I try to cut the strings, or at least ones that are near me?
Yeah. So there's two strings at the top of the wood, and they go down into the sand. Do you want to cut both of them?
Just one. I'd like to
one?
cut one first and see what happens.
Sure. There's no real test for that. Go ahead. You cut a piece of string, like it's not a difficult thing to do. And yeah,
What's the strings I see?
It cuts.
Okay.
Yeah, you cut through it, nothing happens.
Nothing happens, and then I guess we'll do this second one as well.
Do you think?
I back up. A bit.
You cut the other one, it goes as well. The strings don't look like they're under any sort of tension.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It doesn't. You don't think that these strings were holding this wood down or anything like that.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you cut both of them, and nothing happens here.
And I guess the last thing, can I try and... I guess these hinges and pulleys and everything, can I try and like disarm it to not... Does it look like it would like go off if you were to like...
like I say, it doesn't seem like this piece of wood is under any sort of... It's not like a mouse trap, you know what I mean? Like it's not being held down at all.
Okay.
So it looks like
but if you would like to like unscrew the hinge, you can.
I feel like it sounds like it's disarmed, but I would like to do that still, because why not?
Yeah,
so let's
sure.
disarm it even further.
You take. I'm assuming you've got a screwdriver on you, right?
Sure, right.
or equivalent. You go ahead and unscrew the hinge here.
Of course you do. You're
So so you've now got a hole of wood with a clay pot on the top with a hole in it that's got some liquid in it, and it's disattached from another pole of wood that seemingly goes down sort of into the ground.
Nice. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and go back to the group and just relay everything I just did there.
Are you gonna? What are you doing with this pole? Are you leaving it there, or?
Everything. Oh, that's a good point. Sorry. How big is the pole? Is it like, would it be clunky to kind of bring back?
It's about 6 feet long. It's not heavy though. You could.
Yeah, we could bring it.
Sort of take it and carry it.
Yeah, sure. I'll bring everything back just in case.
The girth of like a weapon, like a
spear? It's maybe a little thicker, maybe like 2 inches diameter.
So I could like throw it, is what you're saying, and then cover them in goo.
It's not incredibly viscous, the fluid that's inside it.
Okay.
I got no idea.
As I watch Buren do all that, I just do that was really incredible, and that's awesome that you have that kind of knowledge of things like that. I'm really impressed. Is it crazy and stupid of me to think, what if I just knocked the pot over? Just so that whatever this trap is, just take a pot and just huck it.
Right, and see what happens.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Do you want to throw it in the middle of the thing and see if it, I don't know, they all explode?
I mean, if it burns the tent down, it burns the tent down kind of a thing. Like...
That'd be unfortunate. Because then we just kind of wasted an hour.
You'd be wasting about 6 hours of fucking prep if you burn the tent down.
maybe
goddamn pigeons.
Throw it at a rock or a bush. Something that's not.
Well, I'm just hinges. You didn't like. Yeah, I'm gonna walk over to the next one because there's
Okay.
a bunch. You said right, like
They seemingly 10 feet away, around the.
Well, there are
whole
poles
tent.
facing this tent, laying on the ground, like pointing towards the tent.
Yeah,
every 10
imagine
feet.
like every sort of 5 minutes on a clock kind of thing.
Yeah,
That's,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that didn't get us necessarily concrete answers. I'm gonna go up, and I'm just gonna to a different one, and I just kind of want to kick the pot. Just,
Okay, cool. Oops, sorry for knocking my microphone. The pot again. There's no real check for this. It's a little clay pot. It was attached to the wooden pole, but as you kick it, it cracks off. The fluid sort of spreads out on the ground.
All right. I turned back to Ted and be like, Ted, what did you said you saw him setting it? What was he doing to set it?
The only thing I saw is all these poles were stood up, and he laid them down to the ground. And there was
I'm gonna
string.
take out.
There was string going
Right.
in between all of them.
All the different ones?
Yeah.
Oh, so the string goes to each other thing.
Goes to all the other
It
pots.
connects them
Okay.
all together.
So it's a tripwire.
That's what it sounded like.
The-
And when you set
the-
off one, you set off all?
The string that Buren cut went down into the under the sand a little.
Like it was attached to something.
There was nothing for you to trip up to.
Mhm.
Did it go towards the tent, or did it go?
It goes-
Hey, Buren.
It went in between, seemingly in between each pole.
I'm gonna take out one of my hand axes, and I'm just gonna kind of throw it in the direction of the tent.
The tent? Just go for
Yeah.
it. All right, give me
Cool.
Are you trying to be accurate, or you just
I'm
want
just
to
trying
hit
to
the
see
tent?
if I want to. I'm gonna throw it in the middle of this thing. Like, I don't know if there's some sort. That man was like all magical and shit. So if I just kind of like throw it,
You're seeing more if it's
in the
like
middle.
warded as opposed to like a
Yeah.
physical tripwire or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Give me a attack roll then, I guess.
sure. 15.
Yeah. I tell you what. Let me roll against it and see what happens.
Oh boy.
The DM's
Okay.
rolling.
You throw an axe and it the blade hits the tent and just pierces straight through some of the canvas fabric, and you hear it clank about inside.
Well, that was about all I got.
I threw an axe at it. I'm out.
Yeah, right. No other ideas. So.
Well,
Great.
If we knock all the pots off, are the pots... and I'm just talking to them. Do you feel like the pots are like the catalyst for whatever's bad that's going to happen?
Yeah, and
Like, I feel like we either go around and cut all the strings, or we can knock all
Yeah,
the pots off.
I
or
think
we
that's
can
a
do
good idea.
both,
I think I can.
or
I
at
can
least
cut
a
the
chunk
strings,
of
no
them.
problem, and I think those strings have a lot to do with bad stuff happening.
Yeah, the fact that they're connected to each one makes me a little nervous.
now, do we
So-
have to like? I don't know. My axe didn't cause a problem. Do we have to do all of them, or do you think we can kind of just like cut one
Well, that's a good
pot
point. I
and then
can
go
just
in between?
I can cut an
How about
opening
we
like
do-
a wedge.
Yeah, why don't we just do that?
like
or
cut a hole in the fence?
how about cut all the strings off of two of these arms? That way, just better say, and we go in between.
There we go. All right.
Sounds
So
good to me.
cut the strings off. Cut the two strings off the one next to the one you cut off, and we'll
Right.
walk through the center.
Cool. All right. so,
Can I go do
Maybe
the
jump
other one?
over the center. Jump over where we saw the strings going into the sand.
Oh, that's a good idea. So, all right, yeah. Go ahead and we'll go back up and cut the other two.
All right. So you're gonna the two
The ones-
strings on the next pole over.
Right next to the one that we're already cut.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you cut those as well, and there you've got a seemingly sort of 25-foot
like
sort
wedge.
of I don't know what the word is for a partial circumference, but yeah, like you've got like a 25-foot sort of zone now where this string is not attached to the poles.
Feel like
All right, should we head on in?
I mean, I can go for. I'm not.
Ah, you said it. I heard it. You said
Yeah,
it.
yeah. All right,
going
all right.
for it.
I'm gonna put my shield over my head.
Okay.
and just, and I'm gonna try like we saw where the strings went into the ground. I want to jump over that area, just in case.
Give me a deck check.
All right. There we go. A 14.
Cool. Yeah, you hop, skip, and a jump up and over.
I jump over. Anything happen yet? All right. If I die, tell them I died heroically, and I'm just gonna start walking.
And not
Nope.
shit scared, not shit scared of some string.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk to. I'm gonna make an aim. I'm gonna aim for this the tear in the tent that.
Yeah, cool. You
Dermot made.
You head up to it and get up to it. Yeah.
I sit there for a minute because he said it was on a delay.
It's high. It's high. The slit in the slit in the axe is high, but so it's not like you can sort of peel through it. It's hit quite high up, but you can get there. Just to the left of that, there's the fabric canvas of the tent sort of folds over that you assume is like a door.
No, I just wanted to walk up to it, and not just to see
right.
if anything would happen. I'm gonna stand outside of everything, turn around, and just kind of do a.
Here's a book.
I'm gonna take
You're
a running
doing
like
great.
I'm gonna take like a running like long jump style over that gap.
Give me a dex check.
Can I roll athletics? Because I'm just.
Yeah, athletics is probably good for a proper
Run and jump.
vault.
I'm much better at that. Fuck yeah, 24.
Nice. You you do like
No.
you do the proper like jump and go land
Yeah.
it, and you're on sand, so you sort of dive 2 feet into the sand, get up,
Woo!
and
Do
present.
I gave her like the biggest thumbs up.
Yeah.
Bird, how many feet
Yeah.
was that?
Buren quickly knocks up a sign that says 10.
Nice. I'm just gonna yell back.
That was a record.
I'm gonna stay here and watch this dude.
Yeah.
Stay there.
I'm gonna watch
You're
Tom.
right.
Right, because we don't want to
Okay.
leave. We don't want to leave Duder by
right.
himself.
Right. Well, he can walk across the string. I don't care.
That's what we should have done first. That's
Yeah.
All right, but I want to because he mentioned it was on a delay, so I'm gonna hang around for I don't know what kind of delay, but give it a minute or two.
Cool. Did I say delay? Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I may have misspoke. I think what I meant to say was that the being by those posts isn't going to be the thing that sets it off.
Oh,
Sure, sure.
And that's why you threw the axe
Yeah.
earlier to try. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
I
sense.
think that makes sense.
But you've chopped a few of them up now, so you managed, so you're at the tent.
I'm gonna
Okay.
take my pike out and just kind of like push back the flap of the tent.
I want to
Point
look for
first.
strings.
Too late. I
Yeah.
said I was doing it.
Yeah, you push the tent thing back, and you can see inside.
I don't explode.
It looks relatively empty, save for some furniture. Judging by the amount of goods on his cart, the gnome doesn't necessarily leave much here when he's out. There's a small bed. There's a trunk at the base of the bed. You can also see a small desk that's got some writing paraphernalia on top. There's a small washstand with a basin, and across the other side there's another slightly larger desk that has some machinery on it. You can see all that from the, from lifting the cover back.
Machinery.
There's a lot of. I'll kind of turn to Dalen. A lot of fancy stuff in here. It looks like Dale wasn't lying this time. He said it looks like he took most of his stuff.
Yeah, there's the stuff.
Ted. Hey, his name is Ted, right?
His name's Ted
Yeah,
Delroy.
but his last name's Deloy or something. I'm
Yeah.
gonna call him Del because I think that's more fun.
His name's Ted Delroy. Yeah.
Yes.
Also, I don't
That's
like
awesome.
quite believe his name's Ted.
Dead.
Yeah.
You think
Because you
Buren
did
needs
kind
to
of
be in
everything
here?
you said was a lie, so I
No,
think
correct.
I'm gonna go with Del.
So
You
everything,
think
yeah.
Buren
So
needs to be in here? I think Buren needs to see this.
everything you can see looks like it's it's sort of that's too big to take each time. So like he looks like he stocks up with all supplies and what have you. But the main sort of key furnitures and stuff are still here.
Buren, get over here. Bring Ted.
Okay, I'll bring Ted. I'm going march up with Ted. Come on, Ted.
Cool. Whilst they're heading up, what do you two want to do?
So, how about them Red Sox, huh?
That's awesome.
I'll take a look inside.
Yeah,
He's got a
I'll
bed.
walk in with. Are we walking? I'll walk in
Goddamn.
with you. Yeah, we'll walk in.
This is the
That's-
content that
that's
everyone's
what-
here for.
That's what he thinks of that.
Yeah.
You gonna head in?
I'll head in. Yep.
Okay, cool. As you head in, Diarmid, your foot catches a tripwire at the base of the doorway.
Yeah.
There it is.
As your heel sort of pulls against it, you hear outside, and as you look, seemingly the string that attaches all of these wooden poles together is pulled tight from the rear of the from the tent. All of the poles shoot up, and apart from the few that you've made a gap in, they all shoot up. When it gets to there, they all sort of fall, and the last few sort of hang down a little bit. It's not able to sort of really pull them tight. The fluid in the clay pots starts to drip out of the poles and drips along the string from all around, and from the back of the tent you hear and the whole of the circle encompasses completely in flames. Apart from the 25 space that you are now walking through, and you've managed to cover yourselves up. So well done.
So there's just like a circle of fire around
Basically,
the whole thing. We haven't, like,
it would have
fire pots.
it would have been a complete circle of fire that surrounded the tent.
It's Pac-Man, though.
But you
But
have
it doesn't
the-
get the tent itself.
Sorry,
It doesn't. Why would he burn his own tent down?
Makes
why would you
sense.
pin your tent down? But you'd sure as hell make it difficult for anyone to leave it.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
This is
Okay,
kind of.
you're
I just kind of like marvel at it for a second. Like, damn, I should give me one of these.
It's a
yeah.
a pretty impressive bit of engineering.
Gnomes.
Bjorn
well,
should be
Yeah, I was
like,
saying-
ooh.
I was like, whoa! Did you guys see this? How do you? That's so cool.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah, I know.
take some
I mean,
notes.
are you
or something.
okay?
Yeah,
Well,
we're
I'm currently
fine.
not on fire, so I guess that's
It's
better
getting hot,
than
though.
I thought.
Yeah.
Should
Yeah,
I?
why don't you check around, see if there's anything here that you can snag for your tinkers and whatever. And
Yeah, I was gonna
you
say.
said there was writing stuff.
So I'll go through again for you. Yeah, there is a small bed with a trunk at the base, so you know, like a footlocker at the base.
Okay.
There's a writing desk that's got some papers on. There's a small washstand with a basin, and then there's another larger desk that's got some like a sort of cast iron machinery on top of it.
Okay. Before we go too far, I'll be like, double check, because I'm sure other things are trapped in here.
Yeah,
Be sure you double check. So I want to go walk to the desk, the little
Okay.
desk with the papers on it,
Okay, cool.
and investigate.
Cool. Give me a roll.
11.
It's a really plain writing desk. On top of it is some blank writing paper. There's an ink and a quill. There is a single drawer. Sort of goes the
Check for traps on that little drawer.
go for it. Give me a
Another
it's just investigation, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of investigation. There we go. That's a dirty 20.
Cool. Seemingly looks okay. You can see a small sort of gap around the drawer. Doesn't seem to be anything sort of attached to it that's going to sort of figure as you pull away. You run your hands along the base of the drawer. You can't sort of feel anything that seems like it's a bother.
Is it locked? Is there a lock?
It is locked.
Anybody find a little tiny desk key? Let me know. I'll
I
try and
got
pull it.
this,
Yeah.
and I'll pick up the axe I retrieved from the ground. I got a big key.
Yeah, sure. Why the hell not?
I mean, I'll wait, but
No, go for it. I don't care.
Well,
all right, sure. Try to.
I mean, I could use my
It's
big
like a
one
drawer,
too, but-
right?
All
I
right.
try to like. It's like a drawer is locked, right?
Yeah.
Right, like,
Yeah.
sideways.
It's a pretty plain, standard looking writing desk. Yeah.
Could I try to take my spear out instead and kind of like jam it in the drawer and try to pry it open?
Crowbar it. Yeah. Give me a
Yeah.
just give me a straight up strength check.
Crowbar would be helpful, actually.
17.
Cool. Yeah. You get in there. It pops open.
Big key. Big pin, big key. I got two names now. Look at that.
There you go.
I just look at my axe and be like, This is a pretty big key too, though. To be fair, this key's no joke.
Inside, you find a leather-bound journal-looking book. It's not like a proper sort of pressed book. It's sort of pages that are bound with string, sort of wrapped almost in a sort of in like a leather packet.
Thumb through it real quick.
It's gibberish.
I'm gonna hold on to it just in case.
You
What
want
kind of gibberish do you mean? Like
It's a language. It's a language you don't understand.
I don't know. Bjorn likes that weird stuff. I'm giving him.
I'll say, what languages do you understand? Because I could take a look.
Bjorn?
Yeah,
Are you passing it to Bjorn?
Dwarvish and Sylvan. And
Bjorn, you take a look at this. It's fucking gnomish.
Yeah. Oh,
He's a gnome.
Yeah.
What do you mean you can't understand it? See, it just says right there what it is.
It says on the front, on the first page, written in relatively nice sort of joined up handwriting. It says the notes and musings of the great Not Fitzwhistle.
I relay that to everyone.
Okay. Do you want to have a flick through?
Right.
Let's save it. Or do you want me to?
No, yeah, we can save it. Maybe on the way back, as we're walking, we can do a bit of light reading.
That could be, a nice.
Unless there's something important about what's in here. I would doubt that, though. I'll leave it up to you. I can't speak it, so it's up to you, isn't it?
We'll do a quick. Yeah, actually, we'll do a quick.
Well, I tell you what. You can have a flick through it while the other two carry on around the room if you like.
Okay.
We'll say that you're having a flick through. Okay, so you're having a little read of that. We'll come back to what it says in a minute. Unless you two want to wait.
No. So
I was gonna check some stuff. If we
Yeah,
wanna-
go ahead then.
Yeah.
We'll say that you Bjorn takes a sit and has a little flick through this then, while the other two do what?
What they do.
I am going
Do what they
to
do.
sort of turn over his bed under the mattress, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, just give me a straight up investigation then, I guess.
10. Oh, nope, that's a -1, 8.
Nice,
Never mind.
nice. Wow. Yeah, it's a pretty stinky little mattress, I guess. It's nothing much to it really. It's cloth with hay inside. Just a wooden frame bed.
Ah, hell. My dad used to keep
no
his gold
money under
underneath
the
the desk.
I was gonna say, no money under the mattress.
There's a trunk at the base of it.
Yeah,
but otherwise
I'll
it's
investigate the trunk.
okay. Cool. Give me a
I'll check for traps first. I'll check
Sure.
for traps
give
first.
me a check for the traps then.
Ooh, 22.
Cool. You spend a bit of time again, just sort of running your hands along the seams, the hinges. Again, you can sort of get down and sort of see a clear line where the trunk opens, seemingly untrapped.
I'll try to open it.
It opens.
Oh, sweet. I'll look
Um,
inside.
Inside, there is a pile of clothes.
That's it.
Nice clothes.
Nice. What kind of clothes are these we talking here?
Gnome clothes.
Gnome clothes.
Yeah, just.
Oh shit! Hey, Buren, you want to change of clothes? I mean, we're all in this stinky fucking shit.
Yeah,
Put these on.
I can use some
Won't you
party
get
clothes.
comfortable?
All right, cool. Do you want to grab some clothes, Buren?
Sure.
Okay.
May as well. You don't come across these that often.
You grab some clothes as you're going through. A silver chain falls out of one of the pockets.
I guess like a chain, like you put it on your neck, or like a
Yeah, like a relatively delicate, but nothing too fancy. But yeah,
Can I investigate it real quick, see if it like opens or if there's anything special about it? Or...
Yeah, there's no locket or anything on it. It's
Okay.
literally just a silver chain.
Okay, I'm gonna put it on.
Probably worth a few gold, maybe. But yeah,
Yeah,
you wear it.
Yeah.
Go for it. Add a silver chain worth 5 gold to your inventory.
Can do.
Cool.
Can do.
So there's the big desk left that we haven't looked at.
Yeah, and a wash, like a wash basin thing as well.
Wash basin. I mean, I'll go look in the wash basin, I guess.
The basin itself is empty. There's a jug at the base that looks like it's used to fill with water. Beside it, there's a small sort of cut glass bottle with a spritzer on top. with some liquid inside it. And there's a rather nice carved wooden comb that's got a polished bone handle.
Interesting.
Oh, why would I be afraid to pick up a comb? But I'm afraid to pick up a comb. And there's a bottle with like a spray bottle with stuff in it.
Yeah, like a little, the old school things with the little.
Yeah, like a perfume, old school perfume thing.
Yeah.
I'll pick it up. I'll pick up the perfume thing and kind of, I guess, investigate. I don't know. I kind of just unscrew it and do like a quick, like a long distance waft.
Yeah, go for it. You get a real like brute kind of sense. Get an axe. It's proper.
Hey, does this smell like? Hey, does this point to does this smell like? Is this what you smelled when you were grappling him?
I'll give it a whiff.
Yeah, this is 100%. It's not only what it smelled like when you were grappling it, it's also got it's pretty similar to the stuff that was in the clay pots outside. Like this is.
Okay. All right, and then this comb.
It's Sex Panther.
Yeah, there you go.
With the real bits of panther.
9 times out of 10, it works every time.
Yeah,
80% of the time it works.
That's it. Yeah, 80% of the time
it
works every time. Nice.
And does this comb look valuable?
Yeah, I mean the spritzer bottle is really nice cut glass. That's probably worth a little as well. You reckon?
Yeah, I'll take both of those.
Okay, you can add you have to add them as custom items, whatever you like. Spritzer bottle is 2 gold, and the bone handled wooden comb is 3 gold.
We're just pimping our inventory out with
You're
this
just
dude's stuff.
you are just ransacking the guy's place right now, but that's
He's kind of a
for you.
dickhead, so
Yeah, right?
kind of a dickhead.
All
What's
this
Ted
here's
doing while we're in here?
contraband.
That's
Evidence. It's evidence.
Evidence.
Justify it.
Essentially, it's sort of a crime scene.
Can you believe he had 100 gold in here?
Oh.
Yeah, 50 gold is a lot of money. 20 gold is
Yeah, right.
turn 10 gold in.
Can you believe he had 10 gold?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna peek my head out. I'm gonna
Yeah,
peek
go
my head outside real quick and see if this big ring of fires maybe attracted attention.
Okay, cool. Give me a perception check.
Good at those. 11.
The fire's starting to die down a little, but otherwise, nothing of note.
Looks fine.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
If someone else doesn't want, if anyone else wants to investigate something else, be my guest. Like,
I do want to. Yeah, I do want to, but I know he's reading right now, so I don't know how you want that to work.
Well, we'll say you've spent a little bit of time with the book now. It's mostly diary entries. They catalogue a number of times that he's performed the con that you witnessed successfully along the circumferal path. That's CIRCUMFRAL. You know this path to be it's the main trade route that runs between Edgewood and Circleside Ashtan. So it sort of links the big cities of the far coast with the big cities of the Circle Sea. The passage is often speaking riddles. Buren, give me an intelligence check.
Boy, where's that?
and that
Just
circumferal path.
There it is. Yes.
Circumferal path connects what?
Circumferal path is it's the main route between Edgewood and Circleside Ashton.
The opposite side of the sea.
So no. Where the Circle Sea is, there's a road that runs along to like the far end of the map. So Keladia, and the sort of surrounding elven cities, they're all linked with the sort of human run there.
Interesting.
Is it on the main map? If I looked at it?
Let me have a little looky loo.
I got it.
I don't have the. Okay. So yeah, if we look at the main map, you see where the.
It connects the continent. I see.
From
the Circle Sea to Kelador and all that?
Yeah. So on the sort of Solwood Pass, the Centris region map, the Newell Pass that you can see there that comes out of Bilston, that joins the circumferal path.
Okay.
The Newell Pass. So it runs there right across, like sort of from east to west, if you're using traditional path, the east to west. It's
Cool.
it's the big trading route. It's basically the gap in the mountain range. Basically, there are a few other passes like Bandit Pass up north, and there's a couple of others that you don't know about yet. But that is the main. That's the like where all the wagons are running back and forth.
Yeah.
There's a few little sort of satellite villages and hamlets along there where people can stop and rest as they if they're doing like a big travel.
Okay.
It's like a couple of weeks travel across the continent, basically.
He's running his racket across,
and he is seemingly running his run across there. What was your intelligence? Sorry,
Is 13.
Cool. They often speak in riddles, but after a while, you start to notice some of the words repeat. It's almost like a thieves' cant, like a rhyming slang almost, just to kind of probably put people off if they ever were to find this. But you spend a bit of time with it, and it starts to make a bit of sense. You gather that his sort of modus operandi is to hire young sort of punks from the villages across the road there and take them further down the road and use this sort of pre-arranged act to con travelers or patrolling soldiers, and then they'll dump the kids in the next town, or if they're too loose-lipped, they might sort of have a celebratory toast that's perhaps laced with poison.
Ooh.
By the numbers of entries in this book, it seems like he's been making a living this way basically for quite some time.
Wow.
But the most recent few dozen or so entries talk of him finding some materials mentioned on a scroll that lays out the requirements and the components needed to make a powerful wand. He talks of the need to keep the scroll very safe, not even on his person, and the need to travel towards water for one of the last components.
Interesting.
Okay. Obviously, relay all that.
Go on then. You say it now, verbatim.
Yeah, exactly what you just said.
If you fuck it up, we don't know.
Nice. No. Well, it seems like Tom Fuckhead or whatever was telling the truth.
Ted.
Oh, he's
You just hear from outside the tent. Ted,
Whoever you're Tom now.
it's my birthday. You didn't.
It's my birthday.
Well, you want a celebratory toast?
Yeah.
Okay, so materials found. He's hunting for he found materials for a powerful wand in a scroll. Like the scroll laid it out.
It mentions a scroll that's basically like a recipe.
And he was headed towards water for the final component.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw him near water. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that bench full of mechanical and iron. What would you say it was? Had like iron stuff on a bench or whatever, like a workbench or something.
Yeah, you've still not looked at that really.
Yeah. I was. I wonder if there's any more clues on there. Yeah, let me take a look at that, investigate it, or whatever.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Love to. It's the best thing. 19.
Oh, nice. So the machine, it's definitely something you've seen before, Buren. I imagine the other folks perhaps don't recognize it. It's a lathe. Sort of two sort of iron constructs that have sort of pins coming out of them and a turning wheel that run down to a pedal on the ground.
He's making baseball bats?
At the base of the lathe, you can see a pile of driftwood. The sort of stuff that you would find outside. Leaning up against the lathe, there is a shovel. It's very worn, and there's sand and dirt encrusted on the blade of it.
How big is this? Is it like a full-on huge shovel? Or?
It's a good size for a gnome. It's it's not for scooping out cat litter. It's for digging.
Yeah. Okay. Man, that's a pretty nice shovel he's got there. Anyways, you see all that driftwood? I think that's what he's after.
After driftwood. He's got to make this. Is he making a stickball bat? I used to play stickball back when I was a kid. I was in Little League.
What's Little League?
It's when you're real little. Like
I'm always little.
You like you, but not like you. Like when you were younger. Anyway.
Maybe he made the wand.
I think he's trying to make a bigger and better wand.
Wouldn't be the one to use to whip old Dell's ass, huh?
You hear that, Dale?
Ted? Tom?
He's
Ted.
outside
Tom,
still,
Ted,
isn't he?
Dale.
Is he outside? Did you bring him in?
You.
No,
So
he's
fly.
tied to me. I mean, to be fair, I guess
If he's tied to you,
he wasn't. No, because I gave him to Buren, so he
Yeah.
should be like at
But
Buren's
did you,
hip.
Buren, did you bring him in with you? Yeah.
I guess he has. Yeah, you said he tied.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's tied up to that chain.
Sure.
gang
He's
that we did.
yeah. He's like, sure. I don't know.
Come
What
on,
if
some
we just started-
enthusiasm, Tom.
Hey,
Ted.
what if we just called you Ted? Would you be more enthusiastic then?
Just give me a persuasion check.
Not bad at those. Fuck, I rolled 2. 6.
I don't know. He's been going on about needing wood from here, but it's not my area. You don't get much magic around Bilston.
does it sound like he's being a shithead again?
Give me an insight.
19.
Yeah.
It sounds truthful. He sounds like he's waiting for death. Like all fucking life has gone out of this kid now. Like from compared to a few hours ago where he was trying to sort of get one over on you guys. It's almost like he's accepted his fate.
How old is he?
He doesn't look old. He's maybe 18, 19.
We're talking teen.
Yeah,
Okay.
late teens perhaps.
Adult, but a teen.
Adult, but
Like
hasn't-
late
yeah.
teens. Okay.
Yeah.
Not a minor. We're not dealing with a minor here.
No.
Minor. I hardly knew her.
Oh no, we can't start this.
Excellent. Excellent.
All right. Well, that shovel you said looked used.
Yeah.
Is there another opening to this tent, or is that one out there?
No. Yeah, just the main door in. The main sort of hole in. Yeah.
Okay. I want to.
There's nothing else around the lathe, right? Like there's just sort of bullshit in the ground.
I mean,
Not-
other than like a few tools, like lathing tools. There doesn't seem to be much else
Bills and
going on.
stuff,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Cool. All right.
I'd like to walk back out,
Mhm.
and as I do, I want to do a quick glance at the bed, just
Mm-hmm.
in case there's some gold there that Dermot might have missed.
I like fucking. I think I like ripped the covers off and flipped the bed over.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Look,
hey,
I
nothing,
can't
but
believe-
You can assume that
disgusting bed.
you can assume that anything of real worth to him that isn't nailed down in this place goes with him,
Right.
perhaps. Although he
Right,
did he
okay.
did specifically say in his journal that he didn't feel safe carrying this scroll with him.
Exactly. So
Yeah, you might have.
Doesn't
I
mention where.
want
he-
to.
where
Well, I
he
want to go
puts it, or-
outside and kind of look at the ground to see if there's a place that looks like it's recently been dug.
Yeah, give me a
Ooh.
give me a check you're happy with. Investigation, perception.
Investigation again.
A
Yeah.
lot of investigations here.
You
right?
want to let us know?
Hey.
So, never mind.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go see if he's been doing some digging, and I
Okay.
rolled a 17.
Cool. You go outside. The only thing you really notice are these
Like I do around the tent.
Yeah, you have a little loop around. Most of the fire has died down now, and these sticks and strings are maybe sort of 10, 15 feet away from the actual tent. So you sort of work your perimeter around. You notice a few of these sort of mounds of broken sand that you saw walking here. That the sort of rodenty creatures sort of were tunneling into. What did you roll?
A 17.
You notice a slightly larger one of these with a very smooth stone set on top of it.
I think I found something.
Did I bring the shovel?
Yeah. Good idea. Probably should have grabbed that if this was my plan.
One of you's got one because you buried a guy last week.
Oh yeah, I have a shovel. No, never mind. I whip out my shovel.
Yeah.
Yeah, your shovel's better.
To be fair,
I check for traps on the stone.
yeah, give me another investigation.
Hey, that should be the name of
Oh,
this.
dirty 20.
Oh,
Cool.
nice.
Yeah,
Hell
it's a stone on some dirt.
Well, I use my shovel to.
Cool. The stone rolls away.
Dermot, you want to help me dig?
Yeah, sure. I'm like around the other side. I'll dig.
Nice.
I can't. Unfortunately, I can't yell off mic, but oh well.
I mean, you'll dig because it's just sand, but you're gonna roll to see how long it takes you. At the moment, I mean, the sun is setting now.
Oh shoot. Okay. Cool.
It's not. It hasn't hit the horizon yet, but it's starting to get pretty low.
Mm-hmm.
I'll help you then if you want to roll with advantage.
Okay.
Cool. All right,
Do you want me to roll strength?
strength with advantage.
Can it be athletics, or does it need to be?
I mean, I don't know. Would it be strength or would it be constitution? Because what I'm asking you is how worn out you're gonna get.
Yeah, like for
Okay,
a
I think
period of
that
time.
feels more con. I
Yeah.
think.
So go con
Okay.
then.
I'll do it
Roll with
advantage, then.
advantage because we'll see. You know, Diarmuid's stood sort of fanning you.
I rolled a
imagine I
natty
have to-
one.
Shut
I
up.
rolled a natty 1 and a 9 for a total of 12.
12. Okay. We'll say it takes you about an hour. By the time you dug down, it isn't particularly deep, but I'm going to say that it takes you a few goes to find the spot. You know what I mean? Like it's as you sort of dig away, it falls down because what you find is actually quite small. You find a small leather roll. It's about a foot long, about 2 inches thick. Leather roll that's sort of clasped together.
I hand it to Buren. I think you can do more with this than I can.
Oh, okay. Let me go and investigate it.
Go ahead.
With my +6 in investigation. That's going to be an 11.
Wow, that's a shit roll.
I know.
I mean, there's, like, are you looking for traps? Are you or?
Yeah. Let's say that.
It seems just like a leather roll. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna delicately. We have to untie it to kind of.
Yeah, it's like a little leather clasp on top. You undo the clasp and it opens out, and inside there is like a small sort of Hessian roll, which again sort of is untied and opened out. Inside you find 2 sort of old pieces of parchment that are sort of scrolled up inside this thing.
Yeah,
you can have a look at them, yeah.
Just delicately, take a look.
One of them is a scroll of magic missile.
Wow.
Just a straight up.
So that's a one-use like.
It's just a one go of magic missile, basically.
Okay.
And then when you use it, the scroll burns up.
At what level?
Just level 1. Level 1 magic missile.
Okay.
Does it increase for the audience? It increases if you level up. So if
I think it's level
made by like a
6 level up. I don't know.
I think I don't remember which
No,
one.
it's
It's
not a
just-
cantrip. It's just you can just every level up. I think you add another D4.
You get to add more
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah,
so
you
it's
add an
missile,
extra missile. Important.
Yeah.
How do you spell missile? Is it?
MISSILE.
You know what? His
SS.
Britishness just
Yeah,
told you
there we go.
exact missile.
Missile? Yeah.
There you go.
Not missile.
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 Magic missile.
Scroll of magic missile.
We got them big old missiles.
Well, the other is a seems like a recipe. It's written in common and it's written in very fancy font, but you can make out that it says the spine of Ultimaha. I'll put all this in the Discord later, so you haven't got to worry too much about
Okay.
spelling
I'll
it.
fix my notes later.
It says the body of the wand is driftwood, dried by sunlight and carved by silver.
Okay.
The core of the wand is catfish whisker. Embedded in the wand head is a pearl the size of a grape. The wand must be treated in ambergris. For 7 sunrises, you must imbue the octrus needed to form unmissing missiles into the wand.
Missing missiles?
Unmissing.
Oh.
For 7
Yeah.
for 7 sunrises, you must imbue the octrus needed to
Damn.
form
Wow.
unmissing missiles into the wand. So, out of
Octrus is
the out
the
of
magical
out of the
energy,
fiction, if you want to make this, you've got to burn a spell slot for 7 days
Wow.
that would be able to cast magic missile.
To make
Well,
a
that's a
fucking
first
wand of
level.
magic missile.
To
That's
make
pretty kick
to
ass.
make a
Yeah.
wand of magic missile. Plus, you need
Okay.
a wand of driftwood, dried by sunlight and carved by silver, catfish whiskers.
I want to go back to that lathe and take the,
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
get
And,
the tools. There must be silver tools.
And a pearl the size of a grape, which is 100 gold pieces sized pearl, is what you need.
Cool.
And some ambergris as well.
Alright.
It's all oceany stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know what
Usually I
ambergris
train
is?
the other guys, and no, I don't.
I do, but does
It-
the audience?
It's
don't.
like
I will admit, I
it's
don't
like
know
an
what
it's
it
like
is.
an
Good.
oily substance that's found in the duct, like the bile tract of a whale.
Sperm whale. It's sperm whale vomit.
Sperm whale specifically.
essentially.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sperm whale.
These
Then
are-
what's it used for?
It's called ambergris?
Ambergris, yeah, and it can be sort of polished, but it's mostly used as like a wax. It's used a lot in perfumes.
Gross.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Gotcha.
gross.
But it's also
Humans
used
It looks like
weird,
a
man.
rock.
We're
yeah,
weird.
it's pretty shit. But it looks like a rock, but it's quite waxy and it breaks and it can be used for like.
Oh, kind of
weird.
like rosin. Kind of like rosin for a.
Oh,
bow.
resin?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, it's very
yeah.
very similar to
Kinda
bow
like
resin.
ambers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's weird.
Interesting.
But,
Ambergris. Got it. Okay.
Huh.
yeah.
All right.
Again, that'll
Can,
I'll
can
pop.
we take a break soon?
We
yeah.
can. I tell you what, we'll take. That's a perfect time to take a break. We'll take a break there. Yeah,
Awesome.
cool. Right, we're gonna have a few minutes break while we all go and pee,
Pee-pee.
and then
Pee-pee.
and then get something to refill our bladders. Is usually
Yeah.
how this goes.
Yes.
In the meantime, you can all go. Go ahead, guys. I'm going to chat. In the meantime, I'm going to play the trailer once again for our Extemporal Academy, which is a new D&D show here on the channel that runs out on Wednesdays at 10 p.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. 6 p.m. UK time, and it's called the Extemporal Academy. It's basically an improv night meets D&D. It's super great. We did our first one on Wednesday, and it was ridiculous. It had so many rough edges, but it was so much fun, and we would love for you to join us. You get to play the DM. You get to decide how we all work our way through it. It's myself, Tom Crosby, who is an awesome full-time stage performer, Leedy Corbin, who is an incredible actress, comedian, and artist, and a bunch load of guests as well. We have our first guest this week, who's Midal Ichronithis, who is a board game designer. We're going to have loads of geeks, loads of nerds, loads of performers on there. It's going to be so much fun. Please join us at 1 p.m. Eastern time on a Wednesday. We'll roll the trailer, we'll go to a BR back screen, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes to carry on with Ashtan, Episode 2, Stupid Soldiers. Within the walls of this academy there are many books. These books contain worlds, and these worlds are broken. It is our job to fix them. That's where you come in, agents. And we're back. Thank you, folks, for bearing with us while we catched up with alcohol, because that's what it's all about. What we drinking? Can we go around and say what we're drinking? I always quite enjoy doing that.
Yeah, sure.
Have you got your cans?
Oh,
Oh,
I
a
do.
little
Dog.
doggy.
You're drinking a dog?
You were drinking a
Drinking a
dude.
dog.
Who's this? Who's this?
His name is Jose. He's a very good boy.
Jose.
Look
Most
at
of the time.
Jose.
I like
got a
your
bow
little
tie
bow
on.
tie.
Wow,
He
so
does.
dapper.
You're super fancy, Jose. You're way too dressed up for this stream.
Dog is
I
showing
bet our
us
view
up.
count just went up by 50 because of the dog.
Sure did.
Cute
Oh,
dog.
do you want me,
That's yeah. I
do
gotta
you want me
do
to
the-
try
the
and
dog
do you want me to
tax.
try and do that with mine?
Yeah. While they lick them. Oh, you got the actual.
Come on, here she
Indy
is.
is Indy.
I'm not picking her up.
No.
Okay.
Mine's passed out on the couch.
Yeah,
because
mine's-
she's a terror, so we're gonna let sleeping dogs lie.
Only best.
Right.
But I am having tonight. It's called. It's from Spindle Tap. It's called Heavy Hands. It has the Mike Tyson.
Oh,
Look at that.
oh, yeah,
Isn't
the
that awesome?
Nintendo.
what's the
Yeah.
game called?
That's
Yeah.
so
double
good.
IPA. Double IPA. No joke. Good stuff.
Indie. Everyone's saying indie. So now we've got Indie and Jose and
Sunny is mine.
Sunny and you,
Sunny.
and we've all
There
got
it
dogs,
goes.
haven't we?
Yeah, and then I got Murphy.
Murphy. That's it. There you go, Murph. Cool.
Murph.
Buddy's
Smurf.
dog is named Murph.
I'm drinking
There he
a. Oh, there. What the? What's it?
He loves to. That's my pillow. So he likes to
Yeah.
kind of
Getting the smell.
just really
Yeah,
get on there.
getting the smell. I'm drinking an American classic, been around for over 100 years. It's called a Coors Light.
Very
Listen,
good.
I drink all my
Rockies.
D&D beer last night. I had 312 ready for
Oh,
today. And I
no.
drank it
There
last
you
night.
Oh,
So,
dear.
yeah.
So you're
Oh, we
you're
played We played Twilight Imperium last night. 9 hours. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is the leftovers. This is the leftovers from that.
Silver Fox in chat says the light of cause. That's we need to come up with a spell. I'm drinking. This is my. It's nothing fancy. This is my go-to beer. It's called Dead Elephant. It's from Railway City Brewery, which is in St Thomas, which is about 20 minutes away from here. And St Thomas used to be a huge like pass through for trains across North America. Like it was actually quicker to go like up and over Lake Erie than Huron.
One of the big ones.
Which one's Cedar Point on?
Erie.
So it's quicker to go up and over Erie than it is to kind of go across the sort of top of the Midwest, I guess. So like most trains that went through the America would come up and through St. Thomas in Canada, which is kind of crazy. But do you know P.T. Barnum, the guy from Greatest Showman? His circus.
The guy from Greatest Showman, yes.
Yeah, his circus would come through St. Thomas, and famously his elephant Jumbo, which is where Dumbo is named from. His elephant Jumbo escaped in St. Thomas and got hit by a train and got killed. And this dead elephant is in memory of his and it's in memory of
kind of
one more
a
time.
story
I
over
have
here.
fun NES game art on my
But here's to Jumbo, world's largest elephant, friend and prized attraction of P.T. Barnum's travelling circus. Back in 1885, Jumbo met his demise in a tragic railway accident here in St. Thomas, an event that is forever remembered in the annals of beer and Canadian history.
Could you imagine being that train driver or train conductor and just be like, so there was an elephant in Canada sitting on the tracks?
You think their insurance paid out?
Oh yeah, right. I bet they made up.
We didn't have pachydermy.
Yeah, we didn't have elephant in Canada.
Silver Fox saying Canada's got to be known for something. Excuse me. We have the good side of Niagara Falls, right? Like
that's true.
what about you?
Real quick,
Devin?
the Coors D&D spell should be Kona Cold because it's cold as the Rockies.
Cold as the Rockies.
There you go.
And I was gonna say Jean-Claude Van Damme comes out, but did those adverts make it to the America?
What is it?
Jean-Claude Van Damme did a whole advertising in the UK for Coors, and it's like it's him up in the mountains and like he just like breathes cold over the mountains. It's ridiculous.
That sounds fantastic.
Incredible.
Cool. All right, should we crack on?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so we just
awesome. Yeah, so you find this scroll and have a little read through it, and it looks like if you are able to get the materials and go through with the imbuements, you could make a spine of Altamaha.
Gonna turn to them and be like, so as cool as it would be, this sounds kind of really sweet, but shouldn't we give this back to Army headquarters? Because it's kind of really powerful, and
I feel like a lot of this should probably go back to our superiors.
But it's so cool.
I'm kind of with Bjorn on this one. I mean, that seems like it kind of really would help us whip some ass. From what he said, I don't know what the scroll says, of course, but
well, maybe we could.
The scroll is in common.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't really look at the scroll. I don't really understand what that means, but
well, maybe like as we're heading back to the barracks, if we happen, to see some of the things that are on this list.
Shit, there's driftwood and there's probably some silver tools right in there.
Oh well.
I mean,
if he made the wand here, maybe we could find some of the supplies here at least.
I mean, I guess I don't know. You could make a copy of those notes or something during there, and then we could give this scroll to someone else. But I mean, like, as long as we don't need this scroll, we could still make the thing, right?
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, I guess having a backup is a pretty good idea. So
no harm, no foul.
Yeah, and you're really good at like tinkering and working with your hands and stuff, Bjorn. Do you think you could? I wonder if there's a way you could somehow modify or even improve it so that you can do something, in your own little techie way there.
Yeah, I'll have to study that for a little bit, but yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I might have
to make it play music or grow little arms, something.
Yeah.
Skill around on the sand.
Yeah, make a spider that casts magic missile. Oh,
That sounds absolutely terrifying.
And then Will Smith
Anyway.
could write it. I mean, what? Yeah, let's. And then
Anyway, we should. It's getting late as I look. And it's like
Yeah.
the sun is the sun fully down now?
The sun is like there's a slither, but yeah, you're pretty much into evening now.
Well,
I can make a fire real quick and I'll just bring up my. I don't think I ever mentioned this before. Whenever I do fireball for Buren, he has a propane old timey torch that he can turn on and off. Yeah, it's not like a magic thing. In the
guy,
if you look
right?
at the character, yeah, he has like a little propane torch.
Oh, that's great.
kind
I
of thing.
love
So
it.
that's what I'm doing to
really
do
good.
fireball. I'll just
Nice.
bring it up so I can make a fire real quick if we need one.
Do we
Well, I mean,
do we want to
there's-
march through the night?
I think we
We
have a
could-
camp right here.
we got a camp right here, but our friend might come back, which I guess is maybe not necessarily a bad thing, because then we could whip his ass. I don't know
You're
how
all
you.
about whipping the ass.
got about,
Listen, man.
I reckon you're probably about an hour and a half. If you, I mean, you could run and do it in under an hour. From the fort, that is. Sorry. This
so
is.
we're only like an hour and a half
I-
away,
I-
and it's
well,
just
you
now
were-
getting dark.
I think when the fight happened, you were like an hour and 30 away. And whilst this is a bit of a detour, it's not.
It's like a half hour away from-
You haven't necessarily turned around and walked backwards. You know what I mean? Like you've sort of
It's-
headed further up
yeah.
into the plains, but
Mhm.
yeah, we'll call it like 2 hours. Like again, I don't mean to meta game, but you've got a dice roll to see if something happened, right?
Yeah, no. I get you. But personally, I think Dalen he's hurting. I'm gonna say I'm hurting, and I smell like fishy shit or shitty fish. Take your pick.
both.
And I can't believe I'm saying I want to get back to the fort because out here kind of sucks, even in a tent.
Yeah, there's not really much room for all of us, and I don't know if I want to. I guess be around when he comes back. I mean, I do, but I don't.
Yeah,
Because I do want to. So this is important, Bjorn. I want to whip his ass. Specifically,
Not any ass.
not just any ass. Specifically, his ass is what I want whipped. Mostly because he kicked me right off of a cart. I don't know if you saw that, but I kind of face planted in the sand, and that's not so great. For me personally,
it's real crunchy.
yeah. I mean, I guess some people do an exfoliating wash or something to keep their skin fresh, but
We got that on our walk
think
out
you-
here.
yeah, I think I kind of want to sign up for it, and not just
you've
kind
all
of have
got-
it sprung on me.
You've got really fucking smooth skin, right?
We've been
You're all
Yeah.
glowing.
I rub my normally bearded cheek. It's like a
Baby
baby's
soft.
ass.
Uh,
I want to pack before we go. I want to sneak back in, or not sneak. I want to head back into the tent real quick. Maybe grab some of that smaller pieces of driftwood and see if any of them tools are silver.
Okay,
Nothing
go
very
for
useful.
it. Give me a. I mean, you pick up some driftwood, sure. Give me a
Yeah.
roll on the tools.
What kind of roll you want? Investigate, just to see if they are silver.
Oh, yeah, investigate or perception.
Not very good. That's only a 12 this time.
One of them looks shinier than the others.
I'll snag it. I'll take a shinier tool than the others.
Add a silver knife to your inventory.
Okay. I will do all of that later. Cool.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
scribble them down for now. You might have to make up
Yeah.
items for all this sort of stuff.
Yeah,
but just,
I will.
Yeah, just so you know you've got them.
Yeah. All right.
is
so
is Ted around? We brought him inside, or is he still outside?
He's still,
You never mentioned
so-
it, so I'm saying he's tied to Buren. I'm saying he's just sort of following Buren around like a fucking sad dog.
Like a sad dog.
Come on, Ted, Tom.
I'll kind of pull everyone aside and try to whisper. So we what do you guys think we should sort of do with him
if
vis-a-vis throwing him, I guess getting him ending up
Well,
Like our friend Oliver Palm.
well,
at
as
some
of right
point.
now, he's a prisoner of war, so he needs to be treated as such and brought back to the proper authorities, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess he did
he's
kinda-
pitiful.
Yeah, he's like a kick puppy, and he did tell us about the sort of firewall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's in our good gracious.
And like, if we,
Can I just ask, are you trying for him not to hear this?
yeah,
Yeah.
I need a stealth roll.
All of us?
Would that be disadvantage? Like, I get disadvantage from the armor.
No, because this is
I'd say
literally
no.
talking. Yeah,
You're not talking into your armor.
This is just a hushed tones. He's going to roll
All right,
perception.
cool. I got a nat 19, so 21.
Oh, I got a 9.
I got a 9 as well. 9.
9.
He rolled shit on perception. He doesn't hear.
Not cool.
I mean,
Do we know he doesn't hear, or does he? We just kind of
No.
maybe not.
We're just in a huddle.
He doesn't shout up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. He
Gotcha.
doesn't reply. Okay. I don't know. We don't.
So what? Are we
Maybe-
going to make a detour and drop him off at the nearest town, or?
No, we're gonna
I mean,
cut
we
his
can just
ropes and
kinda
he can
kid him,
find his
cut
own
loose.
way. Yeah. I mean, if he
We can-
comes after us, we can totally. He's got.
He comes. If
He's
if
on
this-
death's door. He hasn't. He's worse off than any of us are.
He's not going to take one of them long rests.
I'm trying to dance around. He also hasn't had a long rest. So he's sitting at 1 HP, guys.
Well, I don't know. We were taught what to do with prisoner of war, and this isn't
but-
it.
Yeah, but if we bring him in, then we gotta probably tell them about the scroll, and we gotta give him all
Yeah.
this shit. And
Bjorn, I appreciate the sort of adherence to duty a little bit, but it just kind of sounds like a lot of talks I have to have with other people, and I'd kind of rather I think go to sleep.
And like you've made a complete 180 from 24 hours ago. Like neither of us wanted to go back, and so like, and now I say we just like he doesn't. If he comes with us, like I don't think any of us really want to be a part of this whole thing, and yet here we are, and we're doing it. Do we need to get him? Like, why? I don't want to be like my dad and force this guy into service.
Well, it wouldn't be annoying to bring him with. Just don't tell my dad, okay? If you ever, he would be mad.
If I ever meet your dad, it probably won't even come up.
If I ever meet your dad, I'm gonna be damn sure to tell him because I honestly don't think that's ever gonna happen.
I rib Dermot, dude. Just he's gonna keep putting up a fight. Just agree with him.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was like supposed to be a joke. I'm probably gonna. Let's see. I'll be honest with you. I'm probably gonna forget about it.
Well, okay. I guess you guys are
Can't
right.
lie about something that you forgot about. That's the trick.
There,
Right there. If you forget stuff, you
You
never
strike
have.
me as that's a perk to your life. I get the sense that that's.
It's gonna rip him
Something that-
back. Well, before this, I didn't have a whole lot to remember. I guess kind of did a couple. I don't know, maybe this many things, 5 things.
We knew that science.
This
Yeah,
many-
okay, cool.
My 3-year-old does. This many.
This many. I said 5.
All right.
All right. Well, let's tell Ted Tom that. Bye.
All right, Ted. You've done your. You've helped us out. You got us out of that fire wall. Are you really from? What the hell is that town?
Bilson.
Bilson. Are you really from Bilson?
I am from Bilston.
Bilson.
You be heading back there, or you think you'll be going somewhere else?
If you're letting me go, I'm going to head back to where we fought.
Why?
I know I told you a lot of shit, but one of the guys there, it is my brother Jim. I want to take him back to Mum and Dad.
All right, well, I'll give him the shovel, I guess, that we found. If we can't make him back, I guess you can kind of lay him to rest. Listen, if I ever see you with not Fitz Whistle again, I will kill you.
Don't worry, he's way more work than it's worth.
Sounds like it. That's a smart lad.
And hey,
Drop my dice.
If you're ever in Bilston, don't stay.
Don't stay. Sure, I guess I'll.
He darts.
All right. Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
I take out my longbow. I'm kidding. Not that fucking cold-hearted.
Greatest anime. Greatest anime
betrayals.
Yeah. All right. Well, I hope he doesn't say anything to anyone about us, and this doesn't come back to bite us in the ass later.
I think a kid like him. I think a kid like him might be smart enough to stay away from the guard.
I think at
Smart,
some point, yeah, and I think at some point we can eclipse the power of one Knott's fizz whizzle.
All right. I mean,
All
also,
right.
let's be real for a second. If he says that some guards that bear our description sort of let him go, I mean, who you think the guard captain's going to believe? Uniformed members of the. This is my badge. My little pizza pocket.
Are you wearing yellow? Are you wearing yellow on black?
It's pizza.
Is there some yellow in it?
Yeah, there is.
Drew, what's color the logo on your shirt?
This green.
Ah,
No, it's great.
because there's three of us. I thought.
We're close. You think the guard captain's going to believe uniformed privates, uniformed members of the Centrist Fleet, or some shithead?
Yeah, that's a
look
good
over
point.
at Buren.
You
who's
are
now wearing
for what
commoner
it's worth. Your infantry is your official title.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't think we were officers, kind of.
No, that's a good point. Good point. But I think we need to get going if we want to get there with little risk of bad things happening.
Sounds like a plan.
Anything else you want to do?
Part of me kind of wants to burn this tent down so we can't come back. Just
I
kind
can do
of
that.
one last little fu.
Well, let's
Okay.
get out of here. And
That sounds fun.
That sounds fun.
Beard's just gonna at the bottom of the tent.
Fucking torch it.
Yeah. Well, before we do, Bjorn's gonna collect a little scrap metal.
I
Any
think we're
little
making
bits
an
of
arch nemesis here, guys.
yeah.
Metal.
Good.
You want metal? Sorry.
Just like little bits of scrap metal if it's around. I need to start collecting some more of that.
Okay, give me a investigation check.
All night, baby. 15.
Cool. You find
Just whatever. Yeah. It doesn't have to be
five
specific.
scrap metals. I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's fine.
yeah. You find so there's a couple of tools that were set up by the lathe, and whilst the lathe itself is a pretty sort of chunky iron thing, at the base of it there's a foot pedal that gets it spinning, and you can sort of pull away the cog, a few of the cogs there and grab
I love
those
it.
as well.
Spring and the copper.
Yeah, just a few of the bits, the smaller bits and bobs that are a part of that
And
mechanism.
while I'm doing that, I'm just gonna be kind of whispering to himself, like, "Okay, I'll take this for the mouth, and this can go on top of its head, and it'll fly, and this it can make little smoke signals, I think, or maybe it can write." Just kind of murmuring to himself.
Excellent.
That's great.
Fuck it. Do you know what? Take inspiration. 'Cause
Hey,
that's
nice,
awesome.
nice.
So inspiration,
It's at the top of your
it's
character
not
sheet?
something we've used much, but you can click inspiration and it lets you know that you've got it. I
Oh.
think it's right at the top.
It's got like a little sun thing. If
Yeah.
it pops up on
We know what
And
we're
it gives
talking
you-
about. I've done it one time before. I just need to find it.
Basically,
It's right where you're walking, where your HP
Oh,
is.
yes,
To the left
got
of
it.
your HP.
Cool.
You click it.
and that
And then that
mean-
gives you advantage,
you
right?
can use advantage on a roll later on with it.
Oh, cool.
And
Okay.
it's given out for so a few people in the chat are asking as well. Inspiration is basically it's a commendation that the DM can give to a player for like, fuck yeah, that's you've played your character well there. And it's basically like a little tick, and it means they can roll twice later and pick the better
Advantage
roll.
on a-
Yeah,
It's a reward for really good.
it's a reward
RP.
for good
Yeah,
RP,
'cause
and that's
he's
good that you-
He's RPing an ability. that
He's
you-
RPing
absolutely.
building something that he can use later on. Which is
Right.
great.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's super cool.
Nice.
Cool.
Love it.
Yeah, you find some, and then you torch the fucking tent.
Fuck your pots and
Yeah,
strings.
this is wholesome
bitch.
little moment of like building my character, and then fuck this tent.
Yeah.
This one in particular.
Yeah, this one.
All right.
Jonty's writing down, they torched it to the ground.
I'm writing down fuck this tent in particular, but you can't. I make loads of notes of shit you all say each week. All right, cool. So are you? Yeah, you're gonna.
That out.
Now we have to like kind of quicken pace, right? Kind of.
Yeah, I think we should. I'm down going at not a run, but at a
Like a
quicker
little bit of-
pace. Yeah.
Yep.
Can we still see the lights of the fort in the are we not that close?
You can. It's close. There's a definite. Yeah, there's a definite direction that you're heading in, and as I said before, like you can just about hear the sea, and also like the sea is much darker than the very slight sort of ambient light of the villages that run along the mountain base. So with all that in mind, even in darkness, you know that in this direction you'll hit either the fort or a road that's heading into the fort. Yeah.
Cool.
And I mean, I think me and Buren both have dark vision, so
Yeah, I do. Yep.
Cool.
I can't see shit.
follow us.
Just follow us.
All right,
Every once in a while,
cool.
Buren.
Yeah, there you go.
Right, so
You
you
know,
get
shoot off a flare.
you get a -5 penalty to passive wisdom scores.
Okay.
When?
What? Because
When?
you're moving quick.
Just overall.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, sure. Oh, super
Well, like for our
perception
passive
checks and stuff,
perception?
yeah.
Yeah,
passive
passive.
perception's
Basically,
down.
passive perception is lower, but I
Ooh, that's not very good.
I rarely use passive anyway.
I do for NPCs, for the bad guys. I do.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. All right, cool.
Passive is it's good.
After a good sort of 45 minutes darting it across dunes and stuff, you notice that the sand dunes and the dry grasses start to give way for slightly more fertile ground. You see for the first time since leaving the water, you see some bushes with some flowers on them. You see trees start to come out of the ground, and you realize that you're making your way out of the relatively desolate land of the Mulish Plains. And as you do this, you notice the fort, really sort of large in front of you, start to come in, and eventually, as you move very close, you start to see small lights move across the tops of the barricades and the I didn't have the word. The bits that do this.
Oh,
It's not parapets, is it? There's a word for it.
It's a
crenellation.
No.
Crenellation.
There
That's
we
it, yeah.
go.
so we would have used Valheim when we were building
exactly.
a castle.
Yeah. So Savannah's asking for the area map again. I'll throw that up super quick for you all, and then you're all going to get to see a new map.
Ooh.
So on this map, we were up basically where it says Mulish Plains. Right?
Yeah.
Like
So
where
you,
we crashed. Or did we
where-
crash? No, the torch.
where that torch is was the dwarven the druid bonfire. Excuse me. So it's took you around about 8 hours, but you've managed to get yourselves down to full charge.
Gotcha. Wow, cool.
That's neat. I love maps.
Especially with Incarnate, like they just look
They
so
look really good.
Yeah.
So you find yourself coming in from the sort of the west side of this map, so like 10 o'clock coming in.
Okay. Yeah.
And eventually you find the path, which very quickly leads you to the Fallen Gate.
The Fallen Gate and Active Gate.
The Fallen Active Gate, yeah.
It says Fallen. Is it still?
There's Fallen Gate. If you look on the right, there is Main Gate.
Is Fallen Gate
Can
still
we go in
operational?
Fallen Gate?
Oh, sorry. Is it? Sorry, I thought you were saying Fallen Gate and Active Gate. Sorry. Is somebody not
Is
on
it?
maps?
Oh, I'm not.
Oh,
Sorry.
but you can see Twitch.
I can see Twitch,
That's
yes.
fine. Okay, cool. No worries.
The
Yeah.
link for Forge is pinned in our chat.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yes,
As long as you see it on Twitch, we're not in combat, so it's not a problem.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. So the Fallen Gate is. It'll give me a history check.
Cool.
History.
16.
Dirty 20.
Damn.
Nice.
5.
Okay, you ain't got a fucking clue, but the other two, you remember, you paid attention in your training. You paid attention in your
Yeah,
training.
that makes sense. Did they
History class.
the Fallen Gate, the bridge there and fell during an altercation with the orcs. It wasn't part of the Great War. It's been since then, and it was the last sort of real sort of problem that the humanoid races had with the orcs around about 80 years ago, and it was during it was not long after the construction of this sort of larger outer wall that you can see here. With a nat 20, Buren, you know that the Stone Keep, that was the original fort charge when humans first landed on the shores of Ashtan. They found a nice high rock and set up there, and that eventually became Stone Keep. And then just after the Great War, about 150 years ago, between the humans and the elves of Keladir, they expanded massively, and the Stone Keep became a much smaller part of the entire fort charge, where they built this exterior wall, and they also built a much larger second hold in the southern hold that you see there. The southern hold is now considered to be the sort of the entrance to the place.
Okay.
The Fallen Gate, despite having a few guards posted outside of it, it's purely precautionary. It isn't really used.
And you said as we were coming up that there were like torches or people like
you can see people patrolling. You don't imagine it to be anything other than just regular sort of patrols as they do.
Bjorn's gonna take his torch and
Hello.
You like set off some flares.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna yell out, "Oh, soldiers here!"
Okay.
Just so they don't
Well
get-
met, travelers.
just so they don't get like suspicious of it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you hear one of the the guards at the Fallen Gate door there, just kind of shout, "You all right?"
No, not really.
Definitely been better. But we're not dead, so there's that.
We were on the boat.
Yeah, so we were part of the shipwreck.
Oh, they probably don't.
Crew
know
of the SS. Oh man, that's hard to say. SS Essex.
The SSS X.
SSX. Yeah.
The SSX tricky snowboard game.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not due back for 2 nights.
No.
Oh, you don't know?
We got attacked and we walked up
story.
ashore.
Do you wanna-
Long story?
Do you want to stop shouting and come over here?
No,
Yeah.
not particularly. We'll just tell everyone. Yeah, we'll walk up to him. Sure, why not?
Okay.
Or I will. Yeah, I'll walk up to him.
I'll go with Dalen.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you walk up to the 2 guards at the Fallen Gate.
No, I don't want to get too. As I get closer, I don't want to get too close. I smell like shitty fish.
Okay. Oh,
Fishy shit.
yeah.
I smell like a piece of shit. It's been
Yeah,
a long
yeah,
He
day.
smells like
Long
fishy
day.
shit, and I smell like shitty fish.
Together,
And I smell like Tom.
together, it's like a
What did you
shitty,
do
fishy
smell
fish
like?
shit.
It's not so great. No, I mean,
No, it's bad. It's bad.
you should try being us. I've been dealing with this all day.
Okay, calm down. What's happened?
Sure.
It's a quadrupus. Yeah.
It's kind of like a long story. We should probably report to some sort of commanding officer or something. I don't know who was in charge of. Do I know who might have been in charge of sending us out?
He says, "What's your company?" You're in Company Delta. And the Company Delta's commanding officer is a Captain Cole, Captain Arturus Cole.
All right.
Or Captain.
It's Arturius. It's Artorius. Cole,
Cole?
Cole.
Mineral.
No,
Oh,
Cole. Yeah.
It's like coffee, like the drink, but not spelled the same.
Yeah, I like coffee, but not spelled the same. Yeah.
Green Mile reference.
Like, I have a. Do any of you guys read Discworld? I have
Unfortunately, not for me
there's a
too.
there's a character in Ashtan that you'll eventually meet. I don't want to spoil it too much, but his name is he's a side character, but his name is Tea Time, Mr. Tea Time. But whenever he pronounces it, it's Tiatame, and it's completely ripped out of Discworld. It's
That's good. That's very
a
good.
character
That's
in Discworld,
awesome.
yeah. Mr. Tiatame. Yeah.
All right. So these doors, they don't really. Can we just go in through these, or are you going to make us walk all the way around main gate?
He said, "Are you actually Centrus Fleet?"
Yeah. Now, do we have like
Right.
an insignia? I could just be
Okay.
like,
I mean, you're wearing the rig.
wearing.
Yeah.
Beards looked up like,
I'm sorry.
The
I
fact
didn't
that
pay-
you've asked to come through these doors is what's making him question you.
I didn't pay attention in training.
he didn't pay attention, and during the history class, they made us take, but I did. So, we should probably go talk to Arturus. It would be wild if we were like not Centrus Fleet and trying to walk into the middle of a fort, right?
Oh yeah, but you mean like you look like you could have taken your outfits off dead Centrus Fleet. Like that, you look like
Yeah.
shit.
We kind of been through
I feel
all
like shit.
of the X amount of hells that exist in this world.
Well, I'll be
would
honest
you
with
be
you.
able to? Could you call down the captain? They'll know us.
We
if-
could just
if
go
they
in and
see us.
get to.
I
We
mean,
just go
should
around to the
kinda
main
just
gate.
go back inside. Would
You're
love to
new.
go to a hearth.
Yeah, like he's like you're new guys. You've not been given this shift yet. Like I stand here for 12 hours and then sleep, and then stand here for another 12 hours. Like
That's why they
go to
don't
main
give us
gate and let them deal with you. Gee, gods.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I mean, you're fine, sure, fine, whatever. I'm not gonna get in a fight. I walked this far. I'll walk some more, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. All right. All right.
right.
Let's
Walk
walk
the main
around.
As you walk across, you before you get to the main gate, you come across the camp there that you can see. People come out holding bowls and saying, spare us, please. Anything to give."
You know what
Watch
this is about?
out! Official
Rural
army
support
business.
Yeah, we probably know what's going on here.
Yeah, so there are always a few travelers who have found themselves here, perhaps come from places of difficulty, perhaps even some places that maybe the Centrus Fleet have caused the difficulty, and they've travelled here with an attempt to find arms.
Mhm.
How many of them are there? People?
The whole camp, maybe
Just the ones that came up to us.
maybe 30, 40, a couple have approached you.
Do we know if it's like problematic for us to give them coin?
Official Centrus Fleet line is to completely ignore their existence.
I throw the
figured.
3 there. There's like 2 or 3 there.
Let's say there's 3.
I throw each of them 5 silver.
Awesome. They
I'm
oh,
gonna
go ahead.
completely ignore them and just like drop a gold in the sand.
Excellent. Okay. As you do this, they rush over and they take the silver from you and take the gold from the ground. Just say, "Oh God, God's be with you. May Seagull Loaf see for you. Thank you."
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Bjorn's gonna turn
Sounds
around and just look at them and be like, "What are you fucking doing? That's not what we're supposed to do.
What are you talking about, Bjorn?
people?
Let's go."
Okay, we're not supposed
I
to
don't know.
help people. Cool. Centrus Fleet can't help people. Got it.
Bjorn, I got no idea what you're talking about.
You two are the worst soldiers that I've ever been around.
don't
I have no
wanna
idea what
help
you're
Well,
talking
you
about.
have been around us. Sorry.
Okay,
But you have heard of it.
John T. Sparrow.
It's in my blood.
Yeah, we go to the main gate.
The main gate, you find a couple more guards.
So,
Oh,
we were.
is it drink time?
No, it's dog
Nice.
time.
Dog.
I think that means it's drink time.
Oh, our DM went
Sorry.
to get a drink.
Oh, I had a dog problem.
No, our DM has a drink problem.
Ah, gotcha. It's not a problem, it's a hobby.
Right. So I guess we walk up to the guards at main gate. And
Okay. Before we carry
hey.
on, Tim's Advantage just said a drinking problem. Yes, the problem is I didn't have anything to drink.
Yeah.
Cool. You head up to the 2 guards at the gate. Evening.
Evening.
You look like
Hello?
shit.
Yeah, it smell like it too.
Huh?
Yeah,
We're
tell us
part
about
of
it.
the
Fishy
we're part of the SS Essex. I know, we're not due back yet. Shit hit the fan.
Fishy shit.
Fishy shit hit the fan. We're part of, what was it, Delta Company or whatever? Anyway, we gotta talk to
Yeah,
Captain
we might be the
Arcturus
only
real
ones
quick.
left. Just let us in, please.
The ship.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, sure. The ship go down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something
You
like
could
that.
say that. Something like that.
Quadrupus.
Sorry, what'd you call me?
No, not
You
you.
can't just say random words and expect them to know what's going on.
It's a quadrupus. That's what brought the ship down. A massive quadrupus.
It's like an octopus, but it's got
It's got
quad.
this many.
This many.
4. Try 3.
This many.
This many.
Octo is this.
Yeah.
Quadra is this. Or this. I guess we must be delirious at this point.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is 100%
He says,
just a mental state.
dehydrated.
I just
He
want to
said,
change clothes and a hot meal.
Sunburned.
He said, so you saw 4 tentacles attack a ship, and you didn't assume that 4 other tentacles were used to keep the creature up. You just assumed that it's a quadrupus, something that
Listen, buddy,
surely doesn't exist.
we're not here to discuss
You know
the.
I know what I saw, and I thought what I thought.
the gate
I know,
opens.
I know what I saw.
There you go. Wait, hush the
No,
game.
and if you really wanted to
It
bring
was
us down, we
aliens.
would have seen all 8.
He said, the gate opens. He's like, yeah, sure, yeah, just get in.
He says, "Stupid soldiers."
He said, good luck finding your captain. It's getting late.
All right. Well, do we have like we must have quarters, or there's got to be some sort of protocol.
you could walk through this door and walk straight to your beds. Yeah, you know full well your quarters. Yeah, if you wanted
They're
to.
like somebody that we could
They're like someone like
check
a,
in with that was
like,
So-
yeah, like
first
a
thing in the
sergeant
morning.
looking over the beds. And
So,
just
Yeah,
be
who's
like,
in
"You're
charge
here,
of
it's
Captain
late."
Arcturus?
As you look around, you notice a campfire in the middle of the grounds. So there's a few people hanging around, and you can see a sergeant sat there.
Yeah, I'm looking for like a middle management type thing,
Sure.
so that sounds about right.
Okay, cool. You head over to him. He looks up from his. He's holding a sort of a cup of what you assume to be ale or something like that. He looks up and says, "You look like shit."
Yeah, we smell like shit too.
Fishy shit.
This is the thing, like, we've got this down on lock by now.
We've had
So,
the same
I guess it's
conversation
kind of
all night.
You know, I've heard that like once you're the smelly group of people, you're never not the smelly group of people, and so I'm
Oh,
afraid that we're
no.
permanently the stinky group, which just sucks.
God, yeah, I know.
Anyway, Sergeant.
Sorry, he says, "Asen, Sergeant Asen."
Sergeant Nason, right? We like private something.
Yeah,
We have a
yeah,
True.
private in your surname. Yep.
Private Pearson reporting, I guess. We're with Delta Company. We should talk to Captain Arcturus, but I'm gonna guess he's asleep. I just want people to know that we're here before I just kind of go to bed.
Captain Cole.
Yeah, that'll be the one. Yep.
He'd be around probably. I mean, it's still early. It's maybe like 8
I thought it was like
p.m.
8.
No, it's
Okay.
maybe it's after. You travelled for 45 minutes after sunset.
Oh,
It's
okay.
maybe 7:30,
Oh,
8:30. But
okay.
you imagine like the high brass are turned into their
Okay,
private quarters, but like there's a lot
That's
of
what I was
people
wondering, I
around
guess.
still. Yeah.
All right. Well, do you think you could? You know where he might be at right now?
Cole this time, probably in the mess hall, I guess. Usually have a
That's
few
probably-
before the night goes.
You know what? I think I'd like to have a few as well.
Sure. Were you on the Essex?
Sailing. We were.
What's left of it?
It's been took out.
Well, yeah, sort of. The story's a bit stranger than fiction, but you ever heard of a white squall? Storm comes out of nowhere, knocks your ship right on its ass.
Aye. No storms like that.
heels-
No storms like that in the Circle Sea, though. It's calmest waters I've ever known.
Yeah, see, that's sort of the easier story, but the ship went down. I guess we'll have to give a full report, but
Aye, well, go and find Cole. You're the first ones
Yeah.
to turn up.
great, sweet. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, cool.
You
you
have a
had-
good night, I guess, sir.
Yeah, you too, privates. Take care. You head over to the mess hall, which is the large red tent, right, just in ahead of you, pretty much.
Oh, cool.
And
Oh.
you head in there, and again, it's not a permanent structure, but it looks like it's been there forever. It looks like it was put there before they built the proper one, and then never did build the proper one.
It's a permanent, impermanent structure. Right?
Yeah.
Yep, I know.
So,
it.
so
I know
you
them
head,
well.
so you head in, and it's pretty full of all sorts of level of the crew in there, and you can all of you give me a, I suppose it's investigation because you're actively looking for him.
Yeah. that makes
So
sense.
all of you give me an
Been a
investigation.
lot of them
roll.
tonight.
Yeah, I know, right?
15.
Seven.
Can I make a perception check to look around the hall, just a glance before I just sit down?
Sure.
Make it someone else's problem. I rolled a 15 on perception check then.
Right, so, Dermot, you find a really nice looking empty bench. Buren, what did you roll?
I go sit down.
15. Yeah, you across from the way. There's a few. So basically, it's like these are. Have you ever been to like an Oktoberfest kind of thing? You know,
Mhm.
the long
Yeah.
benches.
Really long.
Yeah, yep.
So this
Like a
whole
beer
place,
hall,
yeah,
yeah.
like a beer hall. The whole place are long benches, but at the one end of the room, the opposite end from the bar, there are 2 or 3 larger round tables that seem to be where the sort of higher ups are sitting. Buren, you notice on one of these, you recognise the guy. You can see Captain Cole.
There he is.
Oh, that's the wrong button. Sorry.
All right. So Dermot is sitting down, right?
I sit in the bench and just kind of do like. I don't know if you can see it, but like,
on
go
the
my
glass,
hands just-
on the wood, yeah. Just
yeah.
All right. I guess. Oh, well, I guess we should go. Before we go talk, I'll go to Dermot. And be like, you want to go with us to talk to him, or just want to sit here?
Wait, before we go,
Fuck yeah. I'll
do
just
you
kind
think
of
they
like,
have any of that?
readjust.
Sorry,
I'm gonna readjust my hat so it's the coif, so it's nice and neat, and then
neaten up your coif. Cool.
like yeah, fuck, sure. Anyway,
What? Bjorn?
yep. I get up.
I was just saying, before we go do that, do you think they have any of that drink that we were drinking last night?
Yeah, that's
Ice
what I was trying to
wine?
look.
No,
Oh,
I don't.
damn.
I don't think so.
Damn it, that was really good. Okay, anyways, yeah, official business.
Dylan, you got
I
any more of
mean-
that left? Maybe later. A little something.
Yeah, no, we
With-
do. I have a little left, I think.
I think
If
I
I
might
remember correctly.
need it if you're willing to share.
Yeah, I kind of want
Yeah,
a
but
shot.
not here. Not here.
Well,
But-
sure, yeah, of course.
Yeah, later. Wink, wink.
Okay, anyways, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I guess we pulled Dermot
Fucking
up.
worst.
We pulled Dermot up, and all right, come on, a little bit more, then we can rest, and we walk our way over to Cole.
As you head
Captain
over,
Cole.
to Captain Cole, a sergeant stands up in front of you and turns to face you. You be looking to do laps?
No, sir.
No, sir.
You be going to be bothering a captain off duty?
No, sir.
It-
Not off duty.
Bothering
That's
is
why
maybe
If
not
I
the
may,
word.
listen.
I was just
if
kinda
I
like,
may,
that's why I
if
sit down.
All right, here, yeah, you go sit down.
Okay, I gotta sit down.
And I don't care. I'll take it. If I may, sir. I don't mean to speak out of order, sir.
But you're about
we are-
to.
I'm about to, yes, sir. Because it's that important, sir. We are part of the SS Essex. We are supposed to still be at sea.
Aye.
And yet here we are, looking like shit, smelling like shit. Our ship went down, and as far as we know, we're the first and maybe the only people back. So I understand that it's off duty. If this is something that can wait till the morning, you give me the call, and I'll walk away right now. If you'd rather that Captain Cole hears this, we can take it to him now.
Give me
I'm
a
willing to wait till morning because I'm exhausted.
give me a persuasion with advantage. Because you try and persuade the guy, but it's a pretty convincing argument you've made.
I rolled 2 13s, so that's a 17.
Wow, nice.
17's pretty sweet still, though, yeah. He's like, alright. He looks you up and down and sees that you're looking pretty worse for wear. And... All
I
right.
smell.
Like
Like
Well,
fishy shit.
You look
Like
like
fishy
shit.
shit.
You look like shit. You smell like fish. Make it quick. Just don't stand too close to him.
Stand
No, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I kind of wave the other two. Bjorn, did you go with Dermot or were you with
No,
me?
I hung out with you. Yeah.
He's
I was-
like
Oh,
that.
cool. So I look at Dermot,
Damn it.
and like, I want to kind of catch his eye and be like
Damn it,
call him
God.
over, but like only if you want.
Sword, damn it. God damn it. I'll walk back over to
Cool.
the table.
All right. Back to the table or back? Oh, to with us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the table that you guys
all
are
right,
at.
So all right. So
All
I
right.
guess we'll walk up.
Go
And
ahead.
You want me
He just swigs his drink and sort of peers at you over the top of his tankard, places it down,
yeah, I salute.
and yeah, your salute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says, "The sun is
Captain
down.
Morgan?
The sun is down. This better be good.
Yes, sir.
You look
You
like
want me to tell
shit."
him?
Smell like it too.
Smell like it too.
In fucking unison.
Really enjoying this. In perfect harmony. We smell like it too.
We'll practice that for next time.
Yeah, right.
We are part of the SS Essex. We shouldn't be here right now.
I know who you are. It's Stout Shield, Dugheim, and Pierce, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know my men.
Mm-hmm.
What's happened?
We went down, sir.
Well, wait. We might want to talk in private before we just blab
Yeah,
about.
it's,
He looks around and says, "The Essex is down."
Yeah, it's kind of a long story.
He
To be
swigs,
honest,
swigs the last of his drink down and slams it down. Come.
Damn it.
He
We're almost there, buddy.
he walks.
We'll get
he
you rested.
walks you to the back of the tent and pulls a sheet back that shouldn't be pulled back. Just sort of you hear a few sort of
exits.
Yeah.
pins pop out from it as he heads out onto the track and looks around. As you've got a minute, go.
Well, truth is stranger than fiction, I guess. But Zhao's going to leave with a storm scenario, mostly because it's more believable. But would you believe a quadrupus attacked the SSX out in the middle of the Centris, whatever?
This is a bandit group.
No, like a creature, a big one. Got. We saw 4 tentacles. Everyone else thinks he's got 8, but I know what I saw. There was only 4.
There were only 4.
An awfully,
And it basically-
I know what
Midwest
I
then.
These tentacles ripped the ship apart.
Piece by piece.
Crazy stuff. I mean, I guess we can quick question actually. Would we know, like, this is a weird thing with D&D, but would we know that like the spell zone of truth exists? I.e., could I say like we will submit to the fantasy equivalent of a polygraph test?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
It's always the weirdest thing.
Yeah, I think he like you would know that magic users are able to draw truth out of people. I don't know whether I never like naming spells, you know, like in world. Like you'll notice that none of the stuff you've done tonight mentioned magic missile anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't like doing that because I feel like it draws you out a little bit. But yeah, I would say that you are able, you are aware that magic users can and are used as sort of as an interrogation technique. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a crazy story. We'll like submit to the whatever them fancy folks in the. Well, I know that like, man, people in the chapel would be clerics and they might have it, right?
So whilst magic isn't particularly prominent at this side of the world, the army will have Octrus users on there, you know, in the same way that like you get things like the SS in the Nazis or whatever. You know, you get the real
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying. There was a first example that came to my head, but like, you know, like MI5 or whatever. You know, like sort of like real high up spy level. That's where you would find the. That's where you would find the. SEAL. That's a great example. Yeah, that's where you would find the sort of magic users equivalents within this world.
Yeah,
it's genuine. Do you know what? Like,
was that a Freudian slip about how
there was
the Centrist fleet operates?
Yeah, sorry. For those of you who don't know, a Freudian slip is when you're is when you're thinking of one thing and you say another. So
if you don't have that pre-planned, kudos to you, good sir. If that's not just a line you have,
it's a line I used to use in my show. So there are definite, like, it's very underhand and sort of it's distant and away from the level.
Don't ask, don't tell, kind of a thing. It's
but you're aware of it.
Okay. No, it was regardless of how many tentacles it did or didn't have. It took the ship apart. We fought as best we could. It was no match. We were no match for it. Do we, out of character, do we want to tell him about
abandoning ship?
The weird possessed men.
I was just about to tell him.
Yeah.
Okay, then go ahead.
So I mean, if you want, I mean, like, now's your chance to like quickly just jab me in the ribs.
I don't see why not. Just
No, I don't think Dalen would. Go ahead.
We adventurers or soldiers? It was four. There were, what was it? Four tentacles. There was that weird like eye stalk thing that hit Bjorn, I think, and it had the weirdest kind of power to like need one. Would you believe that one of our own soldiers, one of the Centrist fleet, took up arms against me at least? He took a swipe at me.
I'll be honest with you,
seemingly out of nowhere.
I'll be honest with you, soldier. You're asking me to believe a lot right now.
I know. That's
but
so much that we couldn't have possibly made it up.
Well, ignoring all of that, I've been working with you like for 3 weeks now. I saw you get on that ship. It ain't here, but you are. So either you've deserted and for some reason decided to come back here, or what you're saying has got a thread of truth in it.
I can understand why you wouldn't believe us, but to be honest, I wouldn't believe us either if I hadn't experienced it firsthand.
We send the newcomers on that ship. It's the easiest gig in the world. I mean, the whole fleet is pretty easy right now. We haven't been in a state of war for any of our lifetimes.
Yeah, that's kind of the funny thing. Do we have, like, I think we talked about having some sort of dog tags for Oliver Palm. Who has that?
Yeah, we took them. We took them.
You have an identification.
Yeah, go ahead and just...
Yeah, I took them for sure.
Oh, you did? Yeah, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take them out and be like, we found one other member. And I'll show him it's Oliver Palm, if he knows all his crew.
He looks at it and says, 63862. The little ginger kid?
Yeah, that's the one.
We gave him a proper burial. He washed up ashore.
Burial? He's dead?
We're the only ones that made it, as far as we know.
Have him. That's why I have these and not him. It's...
You'll probably see bits of wreckage just where we come north.
Yeah, we landed about 8 hours. What direction would north be?
It's solid.
Soulward. We landed about 8 hours soulward from here, and we did see bits and pieces. In addition
When did you land? When did the ship go down? When did you land?
What was it? Weirdest thing.
little more than 24 hours ago.
Must have been near to fantasy 10 o'clock. It was late. We washed up unconscious. Must have been for the grace of old Zor himself that we even survived. But it was nighttime and we kind of bed down. We heard tell the Mulish Plains aren't safe at night. So
You've traveled
apologies for the tardiness.
You've come through the Mulish Plains to get here. Well, you're all in one piece.
Yeah, we had help from our new drunk buddies. Our party buddies helped us. I mean, what? I mean, no, it was great.
I rib. At that point, I rib Buren.
He says, "This is a lot to take in. I've not been on the clock for an hour or two, and I've got a couple of ales in me. If what you're saying is true, you're gonna have to go to the commander tomorrow. He'll attend in for the night now, but you need to go and get yourself a drink. You need to go and get yourself some rest, and you need to go and get yourselves a wash."
Yeah, I'm tired of smelling like fishy shit.
Absolutely. Do you want to reconvene tomorrow when things are a little more?
I need you to. I want you to be at the front gates of the Stone Keep at sunrise.
Yes, sir.
Copy that, sir.
Until then, you're dead men walking. Your time's your own. Dismissed.
I salute one more time. Just keep doing this.
Yeah.
I think I want to get changed. I think Dalen will get changed first and foremost before having anything to eat or drink.
I immediately get a drink.
as we're walking back, Buren kind of frantically is, "What did he mean by dead man walking? We didn't do anything wrong."
I think he mostly means that we're technically not supposed to be here, so we can. I think he was being kind of flowery with his we can just kind of do whatever we want now, I guess.
Yeah.
We're technically
we're unaccounted for.
Until you meet with he was off the clock, and until you meet with him tomorrow when he's on the clock, we're MIA still.
Oh, okay. Just as long as he doesn't tell my dad.
Well, if it's more of a
You're in the
threat, I don't
army.
think we're going to need to worry about that one. I think if they mean to hang us, I think we'll be hanged. But I'm not going to worry about that right now.
You can all give me a perception check if you like.
Sure.
Uh-oh.
9.
16.
13.
Yeah, 16, 13. When you first hear it, Buren, you thought it was a bit of a threat. But having thought about it and the way he delivered it, you're thinking that it perhaps means that you're technically off the grid right now. He's had a beer. One thing you all notice, and perhaps it's something that you think back to realize over the last few weeks, everyone here seems really blasé about a lot of stuff. Nobody has drawn a weapon on you. Nobody has double-checked anything. Nobody has seemingly needed any more proof than your word. You've seen people leaning up walls. You've seen people drinking. You've seen people sat around fires.
Yeah.
If I may, it feels very Black Gate kind of thing, or the Wall kind of thing from Game of Thrones. Like it's where you send all the dredges of society, and it's all because nothing is happening. It's a relic of a bygone era kind of a thing. That's kind of how I'm taking it, but me, not.
Yeah.
Good. Correct. Good. Good.
Goddamn pigeons!
Birds. All right, so I go to shower and get into my other fucking uniform.
You've all got a few
I open
uniforms.
my closet and it's just uniform.
Actually, Buren's gonna wear his new
Monday,
new
Tuesday,
outfit.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
So there is you've got a bed. You've all got a bed within a larger room that's full of beds. Each of them has a footlocker and a small locker to the side of them as well. The locker to the side of you has all got basically, yeah, uniforms all the way down. Your footlocker has got your civilian clothes that you came in and perhaps bought a change of as well.
Did we see anybody with? No, we would not have seen anybody.
Everyone was in uniform.
Okay.
I mean, in the mess tent, ties were undone, jackets were off, but they were all still in threads. Yeah,
All right.
there was no
Well,
no scrubs.
I'm gonna clean myself up and then get dressed and head back to the mess hall.
Okay.
Hopefully less stinky, and I'll just be right back. Right back. Keep going without me.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. I mean, we're nearly done. It's 10:30, but go ahead. Go and do what you need to do.
He's back. No.
Oh shit, he left too. God damn it.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
shit.
go and do what you need to do. We'll wrap up. It's fine by me. I'm here for the night. I know Drew's works super early, right? And Devon's on like your West Coast, right? So it's
It's like
Yeah.
7:30.
yeah, exactly, right. But everyone else can clear off. It's fine. What do you want to do, David?
I go straight back to the tent, and because I assume it probably doesn't smell great in the tent to begin with.
Yeah, it's the sawdust on the ground. It's sweaty.
Yeah.
You
Are there
as you walk past people, you occasionally get one of them. No, but nobody really draws major attention to it.
it's kind of like, oh yeah, private Billups over here really's got some bad gas.
Sure.
I'll just go sit down. I'll grab a drink. Is there like we pay for stuff, or is there someone we just kind of flag down and be like, I want my
there's
beer?
there's no staff. There are two staff that seem to be walking the floor, but they are exclusively serving the 3 round tables at the end.
Gotcha. All right, then I'll go to the whatever counter and just grab whatever piss ale I can find.
You head up to the bar, and there's a private behind the bar and says, "How many?"
2.
Just pulls out 2 from underneath. Flat brown, slightly green tinge to them liquids.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll plug my nose, just down 1 while I'm standing here.
Cool. Give me a constitution save.
Save, cool. 18.
Cool.
I walk in. I probably walk in as he's. Well, no, it would be well after he's done all that. But once I'm cleaned up, I walk in and I do the same thing. I walk up to whatever bar it is, and so we order from whoever's
How
there.
many?
Hey.
How many?
Ready, what?
3.
Long day.
Yeah.
3 tanks in front of you.
I just take them and walk back.
Like the barmaids and
yeah, yeah. I kind of buzz them up, you know.
Nice.
I look for Dermot.
Those are your extra clothes, or just like a push-up.
Yeah, I look for Dermot and Buren. I'm sure I find you guys sitting. I sidle up to you guys.
Buren's getting another beer.
That's my last beer.
Yeah,
the last one.
I'm all done now.
Yep.
So I sit and this is going to taste really bad, but it'll be what I need. I just take 2 and just
nice. Give me
at once.
Give me a Constitution save with a disadvantage.
That's fine. I'm probably dehydrated as hell, aren't I? A nat 20 and a 5, so that's 8 total.
8
we haven't eaten anything all day.
Damn.
Yeah, they go down and you instantly feel pretty pissed.
Is that drunk? Or am I angry?
I speak a little bit of British. So.
Sorry, you are drunk.
Okay. I'm pissed.
Fuck this beer.
Any word, past tense in the English language works for drunk in British. Any word.
Yeah,
I am absolutely gazeboed.
Yeah.
Totally works.
We
absolutely
I'm
elevated.
so plateaued right now.
I'm from the Northeast, and we kind of do that too a little bit. Shattered's my favorite.
Shattered.
Shattered. I'm from Boston. I'm from Boston. So
Yeah.
Are you saying shattered or shattered?
No, like shattered.
As in glass shattered?
We gotta do.
Okay.
We replace
Fucking-
R's with H's.
Alright, hold on.
Like
So-
in Boston. Shattered.
I'm fucking shattered, bro.
Shattered.
Okay.
Bro, I'm fucking shattered right now.
So shattered in England specifically means tired. Like if you're shattered, you're
Interesting.
tired. Yeah. But if but shattered is the past tense of I've shat myself.
Oh yeah. I'm assuming that we're all talking with just some other private about exactly this.
There's a
This is all in character.
there's
Yeah,
a young
yeah,
there's
of
a young there's a young
So how do you say shit?
there's a young guy sat there with a
Nailed.
beer, and he just sat there with just like a single half beer, who's just sat there going like just not really.
Just dumbfounded, like, oh my god.
I'm gonna clap him in the back like your mom's not here, boy. You can say whatever you want.
Well, I'm from a oh fuck! I wasn't ready for this, but fuck it, I'm gonna bring it in. It wasn't like I'm more than happy to throw an NPC at me. That's not a problem at all. But there's always a good chance to throw in a bit of backstory.
Oh
Yeah.
Here comes some lore.
There you go.
He was like, I'm Tentius. We don't curse.
Well,
What
you're
does
in the
that mean?
fucking army now.
Bullshit.
What does Tentius mean?
You can all roll history, I guess.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought that was
8. I don't care.
8.
I got 9. What'd you get?
14. You've got a vague memory of like a couple of human villages that can Tentius. It's like super devout.
Yeah,
Like,
I was
yeah.
about to say they like Southern Baptists or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
that
you
one.
know, you know,
Yeah.
I know. That's all around.
Know a few people. Yeah.
Yeah, John, you're surrounded by.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's more power to you then, I guess.
Whatever floats your boat, I guess. But
Fucking guy.
fucking guy.
Well, kid, I got some bad news for you. If your day was anything like ours, you better start cursing pretty soon, because that's the least of your worries.
Hey,
As I'm probably at like my 4th or 5th beer in now.
You're just
Just
like
straight
Just
back,
like,
knocking him on that. He says, "Well,
also probably down in them too.
the Seagull Low watches for us. There is nothing that happens without it meaning to happen." He goes back.
Well, I got some
Yeah.
I got some bad news for you, kid. But you know what? I'd rather not kind of shatter your worldview tonight. So
Yeah,
you have some good. Yeah, but you know what, kid? You have a good one. Have one on me. I'll joke because I guess we can just have as much beer as we want.
like within reason. You start kicking off, they're going to start having an issue. He sits and
We'll be cut off.
he very quickly sort of straightens up a little bit and says, "Let me guess. Something bad happened to you. Do you think it shouldn't have happened?"
I don't know if it shouldn't happen because
It shouldn't happen. This is how we're
sure as hell did.
Hold on, you both talked over each other. What?
John, you go first.
Not that it shouldn't have, it just that it did, and this is how we cope.
You cope
That
however
is
cope however you wish, but you said that I told you that Seagull Low decides all, and you told me I was wrong. He doesn't decide something because you didn't like it?
Who Cigar Low is? Is that another god?
Seagull Low is the grandfather, is the god of knowledge, and you'll know him to be the oldest of the gods. Yeah.
He's like a Zeus figure, or like
He-
not quite.
He's more of a Yahweh.
Okay.
I don't know how far into sort of religion you want to get.
Sure.
He's old Jesus.
He's old Jesus. Oh yeah, I've heard of old Jesus.
So then, do
Oh, Jesus.
the Sigur Low, the people who follow him, or who deify him, like, because all the gods are real. Like, so
Fact.
I guess I'll ask you. Hey, look. All the gods are real. They all have their thing. oldest or not, you can't hit. You gotta know about all of them. Like, they all serve a purpose. One isn't more important than the other.
We all serve a purpose in this army, but you would say that Commander Valance is more important than us.
Are you comparing the army to gods?
Yeah, that's a hierarchy that humans have made, man. That we've made.
So
Gods are like.
So you think that humanoids didn't make gods? You think that the gods made us?
That's like a weird chicken and the egg situation there, friend. Listen.
I drink another beer.
Yeah.
He takes another sip of his.
There's one hell of a question.
A fucking quadrupus ripped our ship apart.
That's this many.
That's this many. We found out today.
I was partying with a semi-naked druid 24 hours ago.
Now
I'm back in this shithole, and I don't really need to have a theological discussion right now. What's Cigarlo's feast day? Give me that info. Drop that on me.
Cigarlo's feast day is oh fuck.
Coming up. Is it coming up?
Yeah, no. Hold on.
All right, then when it
got
comes up, you come back and tell me all about him, and I will be more than happy to listen to you.
I've got it. Hold on. I'll fucking tell you what it is.
You motherfucker.
Excuse me.
All the lore.
Yeah.
This stream is rated M for mature.
even though none of us are.
Haven't noticed.
Yeah. No kidding.
So in Larathi, I can't remember the name of the month. Cigarlo's feast day is the first of the month of the first day of the year. New Year's Day.
Okay.
Is Cigarlo's.
And that's like as far away as we are. Like that's 6 months away.
It's
it's only 8 months in this world. So.
Yeah, so it's like but it's a good few months. It's 4 months away.
I'm sorry, you never told us your name. What's your name?
My name is. There's my book.
My name is what?
My name's Shady.
Yeah.
Slim Shady.
Slim Shady.
Slim.
My name is Marshall.
Fest. Tomin Fest.
Tomin Fest.
Tomin. Tomin Fest.
All right, Tomin.
I'm from Pikewater.
Pikewater, lovely.
Yeah, the shipbuilding town. That's kind of fun. You were you a shipbuilder, a fisherman, or something?
My dad's a fish builder. The fish builder. My dad built fish. My dad's a shipbuilder.
A shitty fish builder.
He's not very good. I'll be honest. My dad's a fish builder. He's not great at it.
He's pretty shitty.
I ain't never heard of a fish builder. That's quite the profession.
My father's a shipbuilder.
You must have. I don't know. You got Sigarlos or whatever in your head there. Curious, you're from the ocean and don't seem to worship Old Zor. I mean, I'm down from the Bollocks, which is a name I've given down by the Fested Bay and the Bay of Twigs.
Mm-hmm.
I've called the Bollocks because it's kind of what it looks like.
It's law now, yeah. But yeah. The area is known as the Bollocks, yeah.
There you go.
Down by the Bollocks, we got our fair share of like damp hairs and stuff like that. Old Zor's old followers. So I guess I'm surprised that you're from the ocean there and don't sort of pay him no mind, I guess.
We acknowledge all gods, but there is one superior. That's all.
I kind of got the one. I just kind of grumble a little bit and take another swig.
Oh, listen. I'm sorry.
That's a lot there.
So many. I forgot your name.
Tomin.
Tomin.
Oh man.
Listen, Tomin. Maybe we got off on the wrong foot here. I put my hand. I'm Dalen Stout Shield. I'm from Fort Worth, so I like all the gods. I think they're all pretty cool.
He stops you and says, "D Stout Shields."
Yeah, those. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Your family's money built Pikewater.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know this.
Okay.
Pikewater was built purely as a place to build ships for the Centrist Fleet. Like Pikewater didn't exist until a shipbuilders was put there.
And my family supplied the funds.
And your family was a very sort of public benefactor of the project.
Designed, built, like
Yeah.
design. Okay. Yeah, those. So, sorry, I should have just said my name is Dalen. I don't need to throw the name around. Look, I think all gods, to me personally, they all serve a purpose and they're all important. And if you think one is more important, more power to you, I suppose. But they're all here and they're all real and they all have feast days that deserve to be celebrated.
Again, we toasted Equinox last night. All gods.
But did you celebrate Equinox?
They don't really allow us to do much at the fort other than so.
Yeah. Did you get some of that ice? And I cut myself off real quick. Beer.
Are you all super hammered now?
Yeah, I think
so. Like we're no food, no water.
You want to know? I wonder if Dermot and I have the same flaw.
We might.
We might.
There's something in common.
Yeah, you two are probably way drunker than Buren is because Buren doesn't have any of the special drink that we had last night, so he's not too into.
And also Buren, being the size you're very aware of what you can handle as well.
Yeah, so
right?
I'm kind of similar to what this guy's doing. So
yeah,
these two beef boys just pack it away.
Yeah,
yeah. So anyway. Well, I'm glad that they toasted it here while you were toasting. I guess, you know what? Maybe it was his plan all along. Anything? Maybe Sigerlow. Maybe that's why I was shipwrecked.
Maybe it's a plan. It's a shitty one.
Yeah, we can question the methods all we want, but
he takes another swig and says, "But it must be a plan."
You know what, dude?
I mean,
we just got back from being shipwrecked and partying with some druids and then walking across a beach and in these, well, I've changed, but in some really shitty clothes.
Yeah, you look a lot less shitty than me.
Yeah, I haven't.
You too.
Yeah. I look like them. You know what?
Because you two look like shit.
Toman, You know what, Toman? I want to put a pin in this conversation. It's one I want to get back to when I'm a little more right in the head, both because I haven't had as much to drink and because I wasn't just shipwrecked. But you know what? I might search you out and we can have a nice theological discussion at some point.
Sure. You sat with me.
Oh, I find you intriguing and interesting, and I think you can add value to my thoughts.
I've never been told I'm valuable before. It's not a trait I wish to keep.
Dalen just laughed and drank some beer.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Well, I feel knowing of your own value is pride. And that's not something that we should strive for.
Yeah, well, I've heard told like this, right? Like, I can think right now, right? Like, I got like my consciousness is kind of like focused on this situation right now, and you presumably got yours, but you technically can't prove to me that you actually exist, right? Because you could just kind of be, everything could be kind of a figment of your own imagination, right? So like, technically, none of this could technically be real, I guess. I don't know. My point is, I'm saying that everyone's sort of like the king of their own castle in a way.
But surely,
more beer.
But surely the fact that we think is proof that we exist.
Right. But like, yeah, I can't
I
know that you.
I didn't want to drop the fucking dollar on it, but yeah.
if I die, the entire universe dies with me because I'm the only one that exists and has sentience. You know what I'm saying?
Sentient.
I went way too southern with it.
Where the fucking Southerns come from? I kind of love it though, because at the minute Drew is the only one who's having to think about his accent.
Yeah.
I'm channeling another character.
You're getting into your
Podcast I
character.
listen to,
You're finding dare mood right now.
I'm down for it, man. I'm down for it. It's up to you. Like this guy will fucking wax lyrical with you all night if you wish. But
Yeah,
if you want to sort of have a beer and wind
We're
it
gonna
up,
retreat back to the quarters.
awesome.
I'll keep drinking as long as I don't know. We'll just kind of hang out for now. I'll hang out with Dalen specifically. I think.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the two of us drink quite a bit.
Cool. So you lift yourselves from the table and find a quiet corner, away from the relatively directional thoughts of Tom and Fest. And you drink yourselves into the night, I suppose. There's no limit on it, but again, if you cause an issue, there would be. But if you're just sort of drinking and being merry, the rest of the tent is doing the same.
I think I pull out the ice wine at some point in the evening and share it with him.
Quick question. They're like it's kind of like raucous in here, I guess. Like
By this point, yes.
So if I whip out my fiddle and start playing, is that like frowned upon, I guess, or people kind of not?
It's certainly not frowned upon. I don't
think people care about decorum, I guess.
Yeah, it's certainly not frowned upon. No, it's not. It's not really considered bad taste or anything. It's the room is pretty light and breezy. I'll make you do a performance check to see how good you are, but otherwise, yeah, there's no.
I help him and I start pounding like my tankard and doing the beat.
Yeah.
Can I help? Like we make this little.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm sorry, Bjorn, you said you went back to the quarters to go to bed?
he's done.
Okay.
Yep,
Bjorn had half a pint and he's
exactly.
Go.
He's drunk as fuck now. Done.
Yeah. I'll roll performance.
And you can
roll
roll with,
down with advantage because he's helping.
You can roll with advantage because Dalen's giving you a bit of percussion.
All right. I rolled an 18 and a 22.
Awesome.
You boys got proficiency.
With a 22, you start off with some of the classics, some of the standards, some of the old army songs. I don't know, but I've been told, that kind of stuff.
Quadrupus is really cold.
Oh no. But then eventually, you start to freestyle it a little bit, and a new song comes out of you, one you've not heard before. It's a dainty tune. It's an upbeat tune, but the lyrics are sorrowful, and they speak of what happened on the boat. And by the end of it, the whole room has stopped and is looking at you, holding their tankards towards their mouths. There is a calm yet awkward silence as you finish the tale. The energy just pulls from the room, and there's just you in a moment. Just you and the fiddle, allowing these thoughts, these feelings of the last 2 days to come from you. And at the end, there is just a slow, slightly
jump up on the table.
Awkward clap.
I jump up on the table.
Yeah. Give me a persuasion check.
My boy. 12.
Oh boy.
12. Yeah, sure. The DC was 10. It's enough. You jump up and a few at the back go, to Dermot, and the whole crowd join in.
Not sure why, but yeah,
fuck it, why not? We've had a drink. Let's go.
I think after that song, I think if I was kind of like in the zone, I guess.
Yeah,
I guess I'd take like a sort of a sheepish bow a little bit, and kind of just like sit back down and keep drinking.
There's certainly parts of you that you showed there that you weren't perhaps comfortable with people seeing, but the music just took you. Awesome. You finish the dregs of your drinks and you head off to your quarters, knowing full well that after 2 nights now of festivities, tomorrow you are whatever tune it is facing the music. And we'll leave it there for tonight.
Look at this guy.
Real quick,
Do we get a long rest, Mr. GM?
Long rest?
And you can all take a long rest, sure, yeah.
Long rest. All right.
I had one question.
Uh-huh.
I assume we don't have private quarters. I assume it's like a bunk hall.
No, it's a bunk
Never
hall.
mind.
Yeah, it's a hall with maybe 30, 40 beds. And you're not all in the same hall either.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Cool. Yep.
So tomorrow morning when you adjourn, in between now and then you're separate.
I hear
Hey,
cat.
your cat.
You can hear cat. Here you go.
I'm gonna look at the chat now.
There you go. Yeah, we can pull up chat. Yep. Hello, chat.
Drink himself into a
Is
cowboy.
Coors Light beer.
Is Coors Light's not beer. It is not beer.
It is.
There he is.
Cat.
It's
I love it with the. Why don't you just kick them as you pass while you're at it?
Oh man, with the
With the peasant, with the poor.
Yeah, because you two were like, oh yeah, we better throw a bit of gold. And Buren was like, fuck this.
Like, that's not what we were trained to do. Buren's all in following.
I will say, and I'm really interested by it, and I'm very happy about it, is that all 3 of you have, if you imagine that scale of I'm a soldier and like I'm not happy about this, all 3 of you have done this.
Yeah.
Which tells me I'm giving you good sort of
moral
moral
kind of
issues with it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Certain
absolutely.
things. Yeah,
it's,
it's not. Yeah, like the coinage.
it's pretty human, right? Like people aren't.
Yeah,
set
because that's it. That's
in
why
one way.
that's why I'm not a huge fan of the whole sort of chaotic good or whatever. Like you know, like
things are situational. You feel one way about
That
100%.
is, like, yeah, that is like giving coins to people when you were explicitly told not to is chaotic good.
Yeah, 100%.
You're not following the law, but you're doing good.
Yeah.
Sis says, "What a fantastic ending to today! My goodness, thank you, Sis. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That was great. I really enjoyed that. I think
it was really fun.
I think that was probably our strongest session so far in this campaign.
Good RP
was,
episode.
Yeah. Although you started off with that Scooby Doo
trap encounter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yes.
I
Scooby-Doo
thought they
hour.
were
Scooby-Doo.
catapults. I thought they were catapults.
I thought they were too. I thought they were.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna.
Once
You
they
know
did
what?
the trip, I'm like, oh, that's it. We're dead.
I had that playing down so differently, and you
Really?
knocked out a fucking nat 20. I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't not tell you what they are, right?
Like,
you know.
even though I rolled that, I was thinking like, there's got to be more to it than just like I cut the string and it's good to go.
Yeah.
Like, but no,
I mean,
yeah,
that's with like so the DCs I had were like were 5. You notice some wood on the ground. 10 was you notice some wood and there's clay pots but like the highest was 20, and the 20 was you see the strings going in between each of them.
and that was the big bit. Yeah,
You rolled it, man. You know.
right.
So.
Savannah asked, "Did they burn anything
yeah.
useful in the tent?"
Oh, that's a good question.
It is a good question.
I mean,
Do you want to meta that?
that's a peek behind the curtain, isn't it?
Yeah, which we normally do, like after we're done streaming and stuff.
Yeah.
No, they found everything. Yeah. So the whole point of the tent was to find the recipe for the wand.
For the wand, yeah.
Yeah, and
Shovel was the key.
the shovel was the key. Yeah. And again, and I purposefully did that. I wanted all that cool stuff, but I just at the end I threw in, and there's a shovel there.
Yeah, right. Just nonchalant Just
and I thought if they pick up on it, great, they found it.
that was a good call. I wouldn't have thought of that, John.
Yeah.
With the
I'm
looking for recently dug up areas or whatever. That's a good idea.
It's great to role play a character that has -1 intelligence because you can just kind of be a little bit stupid.
Oh?
Because I am. I didn't pick up on that, and it's my character didn't either. So yeah.
I also have -1 intelligence.
Right?
Funny.
I love it. It makes the story interesting if you follow what is the personality of your character.
100%.
Yeah, I mean
Oh,
that's what makes the game, right? Like if you're
That's
all
what's fun for me.
if you're
for
all
sure.
good at stuff, and it's something I definitely struggle with because I love puzzles. Like I love a good sort of proper logic puzzle, but there is a real disconnect in putting a puzzle in front of you all because you are instantly pulled out of your characters and you are all as players being like, okay,
Right.
what can we do? What can we do? It's very difficult with like a proper puzzle. And I mean, literally like, you enter a room and there's a cog and there's a mirror and there's a wire and you know what I mean? Like instantly you stop playing as your character and start playing I'm working, I'm in an escape room or whatever. So
Yeah.
But you kind of have to do that. I mean, you can be your character for as long as it is, but you got to inject a little bit of like, meta thinking or whatever.
I do love
It's like
that we each had our own. Like I'm understanding who these characters are much more.
I am too. Yeah, like
I love it.
everyone has their own personality.
I really see that. I think you can really tell that Bjorn's really struggling with the weight of his family's expectations on him.
I love how he's in the
It's
army
great.
and his biggest concern is don't tell my
tell
dad.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying
It kind of
that.
shows like how like
Yeah, I
enforcing.
love
And you can definitely see that Diarmid has.
Yeah.
There's a relationship with his father there that is very different. I think.
Right.
And
Yeah, way
again,
different.
And I even think the relationship between Diarmid and I always forget John, your character's name. I always forget.
Dalen.
Dalen. I like the
Big D,
characters-
little D.
Yeah, right. I like the kind of friendship that those two characters are kind of showing a little bit of brotherhood or whatever as well.
I am trying to
camaraderie.
pull a 180 from the character I normally play, which is a chaotic neutral tiefling who's all about himself and doesn't form relationships well.
Sure.
I'm trying to just turn that completely because
That's
I
fun to
haven't
do though.
had that opportunity.
Right. So you can be a little more social, a little more accepting of.
Yeah,
And
like, you are my clan. You're my clan.
I personally find that a lot more fun. Like, I mean, that's Bernie in Hamilton, right? Like, Bernie's 100% the opposite of what everyone's sort of first D&D character is. He wants a team. He understands what a team is and why it's worth it and why it's good. And I personally think that's a lot more fun, especially when your team members do stuff that you don't agree with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
And I like that
It's
we.
always a really
I think
fun...
every single episode we've had a little bit of that where there's been certain things where one person is like no, and everyone else is kind of on board with it.
It is, especially, and that was the whole reason behind this like soldier vibe was like I wanted to throw a set of really hard rules at you. It was like, this is what a soldier would do.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Do you follow it though?
purely on the
your
basis
question
that
of like, I think you said it last time, like the question of like, should you act like adventurers or should you act like soldiers is a
100%,
really, really
yeah.
good one.
I think it's
because
sort of really
that
good.
was
balance
tough.
with
and
it,
also
so-
like I have not given you loot yet. I have shown you stuff and you've decided to take it or not, but at no point have you opened a chest and found a thing, right? At the minute,
There's no
you've just, yeah, exactly. At the minute, you've just kind of stolen off people.
Yeah, kinda.
You know, and
Yeah,
again,
but
that's
not
not good people, sure, but again, that was like that's something I definitely wanted to try and get across. Was like, you are not adventurers yet. You know,
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's why I'm interested now that I kind of alluded to it tonight with Buren with kind of collecting things to build
that was awesome.
something.
That was great.
I'm just wondering how you're going to get that interwoven because I have to get another item that we kind of have to buy or find or whatever to get that thing to work.
That could be it could be as easy as
I mean-
you go to a gem store.
Yeah.
So-
Do we have money though? Because we're just soldiers.
You don't have the money you need,
Right.
Right.
but it's certainly noted that you need that thing. Yeah, that's all I'll say. Yeah, like it's definitely gonna be something that gets worked in, and the same with the components for the wand. I have
Right.
given you monetary values there, but there are going to be ways that you can come up with that stuff otherwise. But I'm not
Right.
gonna. That's most certainly a side quest. You know what I mean? I'm not going to push it.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
That was great
Really good
fun.
episode.
That was super fun.
A lot of
yeah.
good RP.
We
Really
went a
good
little
RP.
long. I appreciate that. That was awesome.
I'm fine with that.
Simply saying this is my first experience with D&D and I'm completely hooked. It's so much fun to watch. Oh, Savannah, we've got to find a game to get you in.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying I can't
Yeah.
recommend playing like D&D or tabletop
great.
RPG enough. It's the
Yep.
best.
This is the
It
perfect
is,
time to
it's
do it too. I know a lot of places are getting out of the pandemic, kinda,
Yeah.
but like if your country is still kind of locked down a bit, D&D is so great for social and just thinking about stuff and just
Yeah.
a weekly meetup and
I
stuff.
just went to my like friendly local game store, quote unquote, yesterday to play some games, and like it's great time.
That's awesome.
There are lots of people who are
we're just starting to open up now. You can't book our like private D&D rooms. Like we have 2 rooms that just sort of seat 8 people. One of them's all done up like a tavern. It's all got wooden walls and things on top.
Yeah.
And the other one's dungeon. It's all done with stone walls and there's shackles hanging off and stuff. So you can't hire those yet, but we can do sort of events in the larger space. So we did so Magic the Gathering has just had a D&D set come out. I don't know if you saw this.
Yes. Forgotten Realms.
It's so good. Let me show you what I've got.
Xanathar is a legendary creature. Not Xanathar. Yeah, Xanathar.
Yeah, Xanathar
The
is
beholder.
beholder.
arguably
Yeah, he's a legendary creature.
Arguably
That's fun.
the best
That's
card
really
is Tiamat.
Yeah,
Tiamat.
that's good.
But I got some really good ones. I don't know if it's backwards for you guys, but I got the Deck of Many Things,
nice.
which is pretty cool.
That's great.
And I got
Do you play
this.
Magic, or you just have the?
No. So basically, they do whenever a new Magic set comes out, they do a thing called a pre-release event, and it's you buy a box that's like about $30 or something, and it's got 6 packs in it. Like 6 booster packs of the cards, and so you all buy one of these boxes, and you all sit down. And then you have to make a deck out of the cards you get in that box. Like that's it.
Yeah, you
don't
draft.
Yeah, you draft basically. Yeah. So you make a deck out of this, and the only thing you're allowed to be added, like you can add lands. Like there's usually a box of lands, on the side. So you grab the lands you need, which is where you get your magic from performing stuff, and then you make it out of that deck, and then you play for the night, and the winner usually gets a few extra packs or whatever. So I just do that. So I buy the $30 and I play that for the night, and then usually I never touch the cards again.
Yeah, right.
Because the problem is the second that finishes, then it becomes who can spend the most on Magic cards, right? Like because people will just go on eBay and buy the best 50 cards they need or whatever. So this is quite fun because you have to make something. But I also got a shiny, a foil, Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Yeah, that's really good.
This is a really great card as well. It's when you play this. So each card has got a cost up the top. So this cost is 3. Your opponent has to just take cards from the top of their deck and burn them until they've hit a cost of 20. Ooh. So they're like 2, 4, 5.
Wow,
7. Like it's really great to watch them just die.
Incredible. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's insane.
That's very accurate for such a good spell,
right?
too.
But there's so many
really
great
good.
cards in there that like really made me giggle looking at, because obviously there's like you can get an owlbear and a displaced beast or whatever. But there's cards in there. There's one card that's called you meet in a tavern. Which is where you can look through the top few cards and pull out what you want. There's one that's like you happen upon 2 goblins. It's just stupid stuff like that. That's
Awesome.
really good fun.
That's awesome.
It's really
the Strixhaven book that's coming out is
a Magic deck, right?
Yeah, it's a Magic the Gathering
set. Yeah.
No, it's Harry. No, there's a Strixhaven card set that's already come out. And now there's going to be a Strixhaven book, and it's all basically D&D does Harry Potter.
Yes, but the cards, the Magic cards that came out, it's a D&D setting that's kind of from Magic.
Forgotten Realms.
So there's that. So we got 3 books coming. There's
Yes.
Strixhaven, There's the Wild Behind the Witch Light, which is a
I
Feywild.
pre-ordered that one.
I should have.
Yeah.
That's what I forgot to do yesterday at my game store. Is pre-order it through them because I want the cat cover.
Yeah. So I get all the you can see where I found the game store, because there's the normal ones and then there's all the alternative covers.
And there's the dragon one.
They've
right?
just announced a new one. Yeah, the
I just saw that.
Dragonlance or whatever it is.
And the two subclasses are going to be in there. The dragon, the Drake Ranger or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds so good. Yeah, it's a ranger where you get a Drake. Like,
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
I'm so
yeah.
happy they're going buck wild with 5th edition because
yeah.
I'm a 3.5.
There you
boy,
go.
and
Thank you,
it's-
RC. Fizban's Treasury of Dragons. It's called.
There it is.
There we
Awesome.
go.
Sounds wicked. Can't wait.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool.
Well,
right.
next week, same bat time, same bat channel.
We'll leave it
Nice.
here. Yeah,
And
I
we
appreciate you all being here. Again, if you've not already follow, we should
Affiliate.
be affiliate by next week.
No,
So-
That's right. Yeah.
So if you fancy, throwing a subscribe at us and giving us a couple of dollars so we haven't got to sit with an empty glass for the last 45 minutes. I mean that's
fill
pretty
these
much all
glasses.
you're doing. We would appreciate
one
it.
sip.
We'll be
left.
more entertaining
There
the
you
fuller our glasses are. Okay.
I find it's like pool or
Yeah, you gotta
darts.
find that equilibrium.
Yep.
Yeah.
Two,
absolutely.
like 3 or 4 beers, and
Yep.
I'm just
Yep.
right. And any more, and I'm like, roll fucking
You can't
initiative.
pay
Awesome.
See,
Awesome.
the high IQ play is to end in a tavern, so if you've had too much, you can just
There you go,
it's
you
easy
just
to role play.
really
Yeah,
well.
right.
Yeah. mhm.
Yeah. Well, now you've all ended in your beds, but you've got to be up at the crack of dawn,
Crack of dawn.
and you're all
All right.
and 2 of you are pretty drunk, so
Yeah.
you're gonna be
Again.
rolling for that again,
Nice.
right? 2 nights, 2 out of 2.
I think I'm more drunk tonight than I was at the fest at the bar.
think so.
Tonight,
yeah.
but tonight's not been a fun drunk, has it? It's been like
No, it's been a.
I
Warm
need
and
to get
singer.
drunk.
I
Yeah.
need to drink tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, how you described that beer. This was not a fun drink.
Right, we appreciate you all. Thank you so much for being here. We will see you next Sunday at 8
Bye,
p.m.
everyone.
Eastern. Bye-bye. Until then,
See ya.
it's time for a long rest. Nearly forgot my catchphrase.